Testing. Sorry if you're watching this. Sorry if you're watching the recap. Our stream just got cut off, so we are back on here. Let's see how this plays out. There it is. Yeah, the threads got ripped. I don't know what happened. It's been doing that lately. This is why I hate Windows compared to Apple, man. My Apple was just slow, but the fast computer, it just like shuts off. And I have 32 gigabytes of RAM, so I don't think it's the memory. A lot of people like to blame the memory. No, I'm not overclocked. My power supply is like 1,500 watts. It's OBS. It's OBS that causes it. It's like what happens is that if I move on OBS, it starts to like shake up, and then it says OBS encoding error, and then OBS just messes with everything. All right, nice. You're back. You're back. Who's OBS? Clap him. You updated? I don't know. I think I did recently. Oh, no. Let me go to the bathroom, though. I'll be back. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're mobile. Press high chat. X out the chat. The thumbs up. Colt loves you. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Don't worry, we're back. Yeah, we got to get the likes back up. Man. Dang it. You guys got your easy way out. Easy way out. Oh, spy rip. Easy way out. Easy way out. I can't wait. I'm surprised no one sent me that. I'm going to get a long-ass email from someone. You shouldn't even be streaming if you can't keep your live stream on for that 7 hours. I don't know why you're making that. Don't tell people it's stock market live if clearly it's not live all the damn time. So, I just think, I want my money back for this stream. Like, you just shouldn't. I hate this. I can't believe it. And you should really look into the mirror at yourself and determine if that's how you want to come across, because it's really sending a bad message. And I'm just disgusted. Gosh. Yeah, he thinks it's a joke. It's crazy. You guys know that really happens. So that's why I was saying it the other day, man. I'm telling you, this really happens. You guys, it's just very, very stressful. Very, very stressful. That's it. When my threads rip and I can't let them rip like that, I'm just like, oh, man. I don't know what it was. I mean, I'll have to get it fixed, but it's just weird. Tell them, don't worry about a thing. Everything is going to be all right. No, I just stare at them. Like, that's what I do. Like, even in real life. Like, if any of you, like, yelled at me in real life, I would just start looking at you and then, like, beating my eyes. And then, because I'm just, like, contemplating what to say. And then I just stare. And I just keep looking and blinking. And then they're going to be like, are you going to say anything? And then I just keep blinking. And then I just stay there. And and then at that point, they get weirded out. So that's kind of how it is with the emails. Because I'll read them and I look at it and I just stare at it. It's like I know they're expecting my response. And I just stare at it. And keep staring, and then something comes up. And then I just proceed to my next task. You've given me a lot with your positivity. God bless you. I love you. Mr. Google, Mr. Tube, where the fuck is this stream? Let me speak to Mr. Tube right now. Wherever Tube is, and whoever he's with, and I don't care if it's you, me, I, them, ours, and all of them. Man, oh man. Remember, cash or margin? I like the cash accounts. The margin is nice when you don't have like money. So sometimes on our small account, there won't be what's it called? On the small account, like I'll go on margin, but I went through it. It's like they'll charge you on it. I prefer no margin, especially if it's a long term. I prefer no margin. I mean, margin is just nice to like, so you don't have to do with like, you know, for options when it doesn't settle and stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm just not really a margin guy. Zoom again. I love that the puts held up, but we could have stole those this morning. I'm mad I didn't. I can't get a house because it's only 8 months. See if you could do a private lender. If you have enough cash, you could do it. Or were you in school? So if let's say you only have 8 months old business, but then you were in school a year or two before that, you could use your school records and say, I was in school, I graduated, and then they'll, let's see, what else can you do? You could get another cosigner, or you do a private lender and someone who will just qualify you based on down payment versus the actual lending of it. Or would they not qualify you on any amount? I have 200K, will a job, but no job will a lender take me? So you're telling me you hit TLT, but you didn't work a job. So now you want to get the house. You're probably going to have to buy a house cash. Or you're going to have to go to a lender who will give you who won't look at the loan. It'll be higher interest rate. And they won't look at your finances. And then they'll do it at a different, they'll pretty much say 50% down. But if that's the case, I would 200K, I would go buy a $100,000 property. Go put half of it, go put 50 in a long term, and then use the rest for whatever. Not a recommendation. After training, streamers, you can lose much financial investment, lose financial investment, educational purpose only. Thank you for a wonderful day. If you listen to anything Josh says, you will lose all of your money and will die a miserable death. Thank you. Anyway, I only have the puts and they're holding up. Let the money make the money, baby. Amen. Amen. If we have property in SD, how do we contact me? Tradingfraternity@gmail.com. Just like that. Ding. Pull up on your boy. How else I do average in IT? Well, that's good. So, but then how do you? Well, then how do you have no job then? So that's what I'm saying. So if you're telling me I have 200K, no job, but it wasn't like you hit a big trade, so then you have investments, a house, and 75,000. That you should be able to. That means you're just not reporting. Even if you got fired, you still have something. What you need to do is you need to pack. That's what I'm saying. You need to go to a lender, and they'll take all of this and they'll package it into a story. You need to sell that story to a lender. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, like, when day one, he's like, yo, I want to do this. He's like, I only have my company for 8 months. If you were in college and we could paint a story and say, hey, he was working here right when he got out of college, he made this business. So then, you know what I'm saying? So if you just got fired in December, we need to find something. And then if you could prove that you're making money still through the side gigs, through this, that's all you got to do is just put together the story and get that to the lender. Or in that case, you go to a different lender who doesn't care about the story, or you circumvent all of it and you have enough cash to buy the asset. And then the best part is once you buy that asset and it starts getting income, you use that as an income source. Uber. What was the other one? Grub's at 57. Remember, isn't the what were they saying it's going to cap at, like 60 or 59? Or no, was it $69? Was that the high? But no, didn't they say 62? Yeah, let's see though. That's like a move, but I don't think it's too big. %. We finally hit it. God bless you. 10.4 on the whole total. I'm very, very impressed with this little guy. What kind of policies will China do to combat what we've done? Do you think we could ever amend and find a positive medium? Oh, yeah, 100%. I think we will find something that works for both parties, but it's going to take a few steps in the meantime. You see what I'm saying? You have to just find out what side is everyone willing to do and what do they want. I'm broke, no job. Should I sell my stocks? I think you're bored. I think you're bored on June 1st at 9:35 a.m. And that if your employer who currently employs you right now knew you were on a YouTube chat fucking around instead of doing your work, they would get very, very disappointed and they would probably reconsider how much they pay you. Because they're like, I knew he was a little weird. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it sticks out on you, but then they're like, that's just like, I didn't know he was like make accounts on the internet type. You know what I'm saying? So you're good, bro. Just don't let the boredom get to you. Go get a side hustle. You know what I'm saying? Go get a girlfriend. Go give back to charity. A lot of stuff. You go get a hobby, NBA 2K, go lift weights, go for a run, maybe learn how to cook, become a foodie. A lot of read a book. It's crazy. 0 down, 2% interest. That sounds awesome. That sounds like a good deal right off the bat. Fixing an RV water pump. That's dope. I want to get an RV, bro. That's why I went hiking. I went hiking on the weekend and I saw like there was like a camp and like you could have like your RV, bro. I was like, dude, I kind of want to do it. I kind of wanted to rent one for next week. I just want to get like an RV, but I want one. I want to buy an RV. Oh, I didn't tell you the funny thing that happened. Yo, okay. So remember, I've been telling you guys about the neck posture. Oh my gosh, it's great. So remember the neck posture and how I told you like how I would, what's it called? I would adjust like I said, I look like a weirdo. Like I look like a complete weirdo with when I do my chin to the sun, but then I like pull it down, right? Pretty much I look crazy. And I was walking in my building, and I look like just a complete, like I look crazy. Like my hair was all over. I think I even had my hood up. I had my mask on, and like I was just walking and I had my headphones on. Like I didn't think that anybody was looking at me. And then like I was like doing my posture shit, and I looked so crazy. Like I looked like I had my head like cocked. I looked like the Men in Black. The first Men in Black, where the guy's like sugar water, and he's like, he has his neck is like straight up, and he's just walking like head cocked. He's like sugar water, like, and he's just walking like that. I'm like walking through my hallway, dude, and like there's nobody there. I'm vibing out with my posture, and I'm doing this, and then this lady turns the corner. She sees me, or she doesn't see me. I see her, and like I don't have time to adjust this awkward posture, so I'm really looking like a nut job right now. And then this lady sees me. She like looks up, bro, and no exaggeration, she like jumps back. She got so freaked out, bro. Oh, I got her good. And I felt so bad because I'm like, no, it's not like that. Like I just look really crazy. We were just talking about it on stream. I was like, oh no, it was bad. It was bad, bro. I scared the shit out of her. Bro. And it was something like we just both walked by. We laughed, walked by, and I was just like, oh, I can't believe that just happened. I just ran to my room in shame. But I scared the shit out of this lady with my neck posture as well as my naturally startling features combined at the moment. It was not, it was not good. So they will look at you crazy. Just be careful about posture movements in public. Oh, it was so funny, dude. I can't believe it. Bro. She was literally terrified. Like she was just like literally, it's like I was Jason or something, bro. I really wish I could show you the face I had on, because then you guys would be like, damn. Like, and then with my hair, and then just like turning the corner, it was scary. No, I was wearing an oversized hoodie and then in shorts, and I had flip flops on, and I had the mask on. Like I looked crazy. Like, and then like my head was like cocked up into the sky, like tilted. Like it was just bad, dude. It was bad. It was like legitimately like, it's like I was honestly, I was like a movie character. It was like I was walking like one of those zombies at like the haunted house, and I was just like, I didn't. Nobody was supposed to be up there. Like at my wing of no one's there. Like that's it. That's it. I thought I got out of the elevator. I was in my it was her fault. It's her fault, not mine. I was just trying to stretch right before I got home and fix my posture. That's it. Her fault. Stop clapping me. Don't worry. You should have barked to make it less weird. That chest to the sun, baby. Chest to the sun attack. Super effective. I'm Karen. Peloton, Snap. I want Snap so bad. Damn, 1941? Woo! Well, previous clothesline is going to be low. Oh, no, right here, actually. Wow, that's crazy. Because remember, we were down in there, so we're right above there. 600. Well, keep it slow, baby. Keep it slow and simple. One thing, ask any new option traders, like if you had the ability to just look back in your account 6 months from now and have the amount you have now, you would be happy with it, but you might not be happy with it now. That's the crazy part. So you might look at 600 and want more, but it's like 3 months from now, if that account's at 0, you're going to be like, damn, why didn't I appreciate that 600? It's crazy. Atlanta GDP 52.8. Previous was negative 52. Autodesk pop, Square. A lot of things. Yeah, Autodesk is 52-week highs. Damn, 217? Oh, wow. Oh, we had that earnings play. I just don't think we got time on it. Damn, that's a good one. I like that. He says, wait for options like your dog waits for its treats. You'll be a killer if you bait that kind of that's such a good example. Holy shit. Because that's what it's like when everyone's like, give me the play, give me the play. They're just like the little dog who just can't sit his ass down. Fucking, chihuahua brain ass. Just, give me the play, give me the play. I need the play right now. I need the... Nah, just gotta, that's it. Be well trained. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Amen. Amen. That's a good idea. That's a great... You guys hear that? That was a great idea, he said. I'm chill. You guys, I'm more... I think some of you have less chill. That's why I like it. That's crazy. I like it. That got me excited. You got some philo. You hear a little bit of energy. You like, give me a philo, huh? You want some... I can get you some philo. I got some for you. Sometimes I've heard not playing anything is better than playing something. It's true. I mean, please let me use this opportunity to once again flex the random account for you, because the random account, I mean, it's traveled across the land, searching far and wide, and to catch them was the real test, and then to train it was the pride. So, I mean, it's a very important part, but what it shows you through all of this is that you could have just bought 4 plays once a week and then turned off your computer, and you would have went and tripled or quadrupled your initial investment. We did go down half, though. Isn't that crazy? We had 500, went to 510. We went up a little bit, came to 600, then dropped to 200. Phenomenal. Oh, it's phenomenal. Truly is. Tune in from the roof. Let's go, baby. He's talking about how much you should play less. You always tune in, and that's all I'm talking about? That's crazy. Wouldn't that be wild? Like 7 hours a day, every day. That's why I did it the other day. Someone said go back to your day job. So I just started reading the Bible. And y'all will see. I'll show you what it feels like. With 7 hours is a long time. Do you guys know that? Like all day. Like we talk about a lot. Like if you really think about it. So I'm just saying. Like we get the Bible, we get the long term, we get all of the news for the day. We literally cover everything that happens in the market. Then we double check and cover it again after the market's closed. And then we pick out the main ones. Then we encounter every single rip on a 1-minute chart. Then we still have time to talk about the Bible. We still have time to make fun of political and daily events in the world. I mean, it's a lot. So I think it's just, you guys may have periods which you tune in. So just think about that. I felt all the amens. Amen. Robinhood Tia said, I got drip shares on Robinhood, but I'm not receiving. How do you get, huh? That's crazy. If you want, the Robinhood will charge you $50. You could just transfer the whole portfolio. So you could send your whole portfolio to TD Ameritrade. So you could send the whole portfolio all to TD Ameritrade, and vice versa too. They're just going to charge you. You think BA could rip more? Yeah. That's why I got it. That's why I thought people were going to go dumb on it. I thought everyone was going to take the 737 MAX news and then fucking ride that shit up, but no. Cost 75? No way. They ran up the price. It used to be $20 back in the day. Back in like, or like I think between E-Trade and TD, it's like $20. That's crazy. I did it before. I wired out of one TD account, and I sent them. Don't send them your account. You can contact them and tell them you want to switch, and they'll pay it. Ah, that makes sense. That's your move. That is your move. You should maybe call TD Ameritrade and be like, yeah, I have Robinhood. I want drip, but it's $75 and I'm on Robinhood. So like $75 is a lot, my guy. And then you're going to be like, okay, yeah, let's transfer the portfolio. And you'll be like $100,000 at TLT. You're like, damn, son. Okay. That's why you balling on a budget. That's how you got up there. You smart. You saved that money. Like, it's crazy. This guy said he wants to get into day trader. He just paid us all. He bought every single tool we have, paid the $75 fee, and bought our education course, and he's still, yeah. Bump. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, you can't switch. TD Ameritrade's great. It's easy. But I have to wait for my Robinhood drip shares. But for now, like so far in that Robinhood, I've been getting the cash. So I have 100 shares on that other Robinhood. I have that 100 shares at Abivi. I've been getting the dividend payment, but I haven't been dripping it. How do they drip if it's not full shares? Yeah, you get partial shares. That's how everybody does it, even Thinkorswim. So that's why, like, I love it. But it's small. Like, you guys want to see the diff. I think it's like, what, 30 cents or something? But, like, you see here on this portfolio, like, I have 1.062 shares of Altria, 34.73, 3.137, 25.637. That's that Senate to do, but fuck it. I sounded petty. I should be. Drip, dividend reinvestment portfolio, also known as jewelry and swagger in the hip-hop community. But the DRIP, the Dividend Reinvestment Program, has been an investment strategy that has been around for over 40 to 50 years. Adopted initially on Wall Street's in the 401k models, the Dividend Reinvestment Plan got a lot of traction on Wall Street as private investors realized the compounding interest nature and what can be accomplished. As DRIP became more popular throughout societies and culture, the name and the meaning has spread throughout. Originally came as DIRIP, Dividend Reinvestment Program, and offered through a selected amount of brokerages, has then spread and proliferated across and is now known as DRIP, or the acronym. As DRIP continues, it still has a long future ahead of it, and we will be watching its developments and cultural developments in the world. Thank you. Drip. Drip, drop. Drippity, drippity, drop. Drip, 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 drip. I love the drip. Drip, 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 drip. What was I going to show you guys? Oh, dividend reinvestment. Please hold. I was finding something for you guys because it's small. It's stupid at first. I just love it. I want to show you guys the stupidity first so that you can, so you could embrace it. And just so you see what's happening, because it's always good to see it in the beginning so that you can notice it or then understand it. Okay? So let's get here to the transaction statement. Take a look here. Big one. Let's go to the big one. 20. Look how beautiful it is. Okay? Just take a look. So what do you notice? Look at this dividend here. So Abivi dividend, and this is what's happening with the drip. PayPal candle. Kind of. It wants it, but it didn't get it. It's okay. So look, dividend investment on Abivi. Where is that? Here it is. Qualified dividend. So we get $29.50 for our first dividend there in February, right? So then what happens, we go and you see bought 0.315 dividend at 93668. So that's the drip. So we get $29.50 and then we spend $29.50 on the stock. Okay? So what do we walk away with now? We got 0.31 shares. So that's the first part to notice. This is what dividend reinvestment literally is. You get your dividend, and at the same exact time, instead of taking the dividend in cash, instead of me having $30 added to my cash, what happens? I get these shares. But why is that important? Because now what happens on the next dividend? Let us continue. Let's come down here. Let's see it. There it is. You see that? Take a look. Here's qualified dividend on Abivai. See? So look at, this is where it's stupid, but it gets crazy. Because look at, this was the first dividend. That was the second dividend, but $29.50. How much did I get this time? What does it say now? Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see it? What happened? $29.50. Now how much do I have? Something just happened. Not 27. Got 37. I got 37 more cents. It's amazing. Wow. Sounds like nothing, right? It's stupid. But that's very important. Because then what's going to happen now? What's going to happen to the next dividend? Am I going to get 37 more cents on the next one? No, anybody? Anybody? How much am I going to get on the next one? Well, we get 37 from the other one, so we get another one. We're going to get like 72 cents. No, we're going to get like 72 or 74. Ho. Ain't that crazy? Then the first one, but do you see we're getting more shares now? So at the same time, do you see what's going on? I'm getting, both my equity is increasing, so I'm literally getting more shares of the company, but then what does DRIP do? Over the course of time, I've guaranteed a way to increase my dividend payment. So my income is going up and my shares are going up. But so it starts off small at first. So again, you guys are seeing it when it's stupid. When it's like the first 3 months, I'm getting extra 30 cents. Another 3 months, I get an extra $1. What's going to happen after another year? Another 2 years, and then 3 years, and then the company naturally raises the dividend. What's going to happen? We're going to get more and more, but then it starts to compound and it starts to get crazy. But there you go. As you see, $29.87. The stocks don't expire. If you could auto invest a percentage of premiums, we do that with covered calls, but there you go. I hope it helps. Just collect dividend and reinvest where you want to. It does. It definitely. It's the same exact thing, but I like the drip into companies. By the time you're 60, you're making $250,000 a year in dividends, just in dividends, and then all the money you put in that 60 years is you own it in equity. But that's the whole idea, because eventually now, and you see by dripping and doing it now, you increase your shares, you increase your dividend income, so that when you get down the road, you'll be able to take some of the income for yourself. So you don't have to keep reinvesting it your whole life. Eventually, if it gets big enough, you'll be like, well, this is what I sacrificed that 5-10 years for. Now you got an extra $500-$600, and you're still getting dividend shares too. How much does that affect? Well, you still get the dividend. So most companies, that's why I tell you guys, don't buy companies that cut their dividend, because some companies have never cut dividends or they have really good history. So if you get good quality companies that have good financial situations and good cash balances, they usually are able to pay no matter what. And that's what happens. The best part during dividends is when the market's down, you're still returning a yield. So it was like 2008 to 2010. If the market was down, you just collected 2 years of dividends, and that lowered your cost basis. Then when the market goes back up, You padded the stats and you're making more. They love when you have 1 minute. Let's go, baby. Get them those long-term portfolios. And remember, long term, what's a good balance between growth and dividends? I do a 60-40 or like a 70-30. My parents want me to build theirs now. That's good. Theirs is going to be different than yours. They're your parents. Safety. How low the volume on the SPY is? Very low. It looks low. 30 mil by the third hour. It's like low, but not that crazy. 60 dividend. No, I'm 60% growth. Sometimes even 70% growth. I'm younger. So I have got value with, I like growth. I mean, the stock market, all of my positions in the stock market that have quote unquote made me rich are the ones that have grown. I haven't then, I'm just getting into some dividend stocks and drip, really benefiting me. But the biggest thing I've had is growth. And I'm a fan of growth. I'm younger. I mean, and it's just like that. A lot of the times when we look at the market today, it's like, I want to own some of these companies that are pretty much new. But then some of the OGs are good to have as well too. But it's having both. Have you had that percentage as long as I could remember? Something close to it. Like, that's just always been my mindset. In the beginning, I was very, very value oriented. That's how everybody is. When you learn about long term, you're very value oriented. But then once it made sense that, like, I'm not that old, I learned from old people, right? I learned from Jim Cramer. I learned I was learning about 401ks when I was 14 years old. So that's why I was like, oh, okay, I want safe stuff. But I've always, as I started to really get into it, I transitioned to growth because those are the companies I wanted to own. Those are the ones I invested in. When you give me a set of companies now as an investor, I'm going to look around the world and I'm probably going to aim at growth. I like growth. Growth is my thing. So for the most part, as long as I can remember, I have been at that ratio. But opening my mind to the growth game. It's good though. You balance it though, because if you've never done growth, like you've never wasted your time. The people who did value, like you got dividends, you got a safe return, you got, you know what I'm saying? Like it held up there. Like you just didn't waste any time. So like growth, that's the risk with growth. You're going to waste time. That's why if you're younger, you can waste more time. If you're older, you can't waste more time. So that's why I hope some of the younger guys are able to get growth, but then not waste their time on ACB growth, not waste their time on VTech or the other shit, and go for, growth that they know about. Amazon, Facebook, Snapchat, and even Snapchat's riskier. Woo! Recommended ratio. Fuck ratios. I don't like ratios. Again, I like them because they could simplify stuff, but you got to have flexibility. You guys have to know how to operate within your own desired lifestyle and everything else. Because if you just follow a ratio, I mean, that's like no, it just doesn't. I don't like that. Except only ratio you should ever follow is 3 to 7%. That's it. If it's higher than 7%, it's risky. That's a yield. Anything yielding above 7% is risky. That's all you have to know for any ratio. If you want to like hold true to it and like, oh, okay, every time this ratio says this, that's it. If it's above 7%, it's risky. That's the only one you need. That's the only one that is consistent, that holds up, and it gives you the same result every time. Oh, my back, bro. So IRM at 9% is bad. Well, 7% doesn't mean bad. It means risky. So IRM is more riskier than I would like right now. That's why if I was going to buy a REIT, I would get O instead. Kiddo now, so cut that back to 15, converting some picks to growth now. Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That's what I would be doing. Especially, and that's the best part too, is once you have the value down, just don't trim and don't cut the value. Again, none of this is a recommendation, but now you could build up growth. You just pretty much are building the positions at different times. You would get O over store. Yeah, O is very solid. O is really, really good. O is just expensive. When we started the portfolio, O was yielding 1%, 1.5. That's stupid. You see what I'm saying? 3% is safe in a higher yield. 1% is really, really safe, and it's not good. But O is now at 5% yield. I like it. It's a real. They're S&P. They've been around for a while. They're good. But I like IRM too, though. Don't get it twisted. IRM is great. Public service is a share margin case. Well, hopefully they got internet. They'll get it eventually. And hopefully you guys all learn it and can spread it by being good examples and by getting your long-term set up. Do ETFs have drip? You could drip anything. You just send, if your broker, it's an instruction you give to your broker more or less. Check out Simply Safe Dividend 2-week free trial. What? I was looking at AT&T for today because I made the deposit, but I think I'm just gonna wait a little bit because we made the. I have so much cash in here. I think because this account's 20,000, and then we have. Ooh, see, it says 6,000, but I think it's. I think I'm like what 20% cash. We have 3,700. Oh no, that's just on one. No, it says 38. I thought we had more. I think I had 4,000. You withdrew? I didn't withdraw anything. The other account, that's because this one's not including the random account. So I have, depending on which one I log into, it'll show me. This is just YouTube and the big account. They stage virtual walkout. Wasn't it just turn off your computers? Should I slowly put them in a long term or just put the bulk in slowly? Always slowly. Because then that way because again, someone said that they're like, remember when this portfolio was down 20%, 30%? So this was March, right? So in March, this portfolio was down 30%. But what's the crazy part? In March, what was this portfolio at? Do you see the difference? Is it on screen? Yeah. Do you guys see that? Think about it. That was our deposit. We were at $12,000. So we were down 30% on $12,000. So now by adding more, we're up on a bigger amount. Do you see why that's important? Because if you put all your money in now, all of your money's invested. But if you break it up just like I did, you may be down 30% at one point off of a smaller amount, but since that's not all your money, you're going to add the rest of the money. It's going to protect the rest. So, I was down 30% on 12 grand, but now I'm up 10% on 20 grand. Ta-da! Long-term now or wait for the possible start right away. You start away and you set that, just because it means start right away doesn't mean you have to buy something right now, but it's starting the process every month and that's it. But this is 2020. Imagine if you were up 20% of it down. Yes, it's the same exact concept. So even if it was up 20%, I would have been up 20% on $12,000 because I'm not fully invested. So even then, I will put in the rest of the money and I'm up 10,000 on 10% on 20 grand versus 20% on 12 grand. Do the math. It's pretty much the same thing. But you get more protected from any sort of losses because then you could buy at a cheaper price or be protected with the cash and at the same time receive dividends. I mean, the best part about this portfolio, the unique part about this long term that I'm showing you, and again, we've just said this so many times, is just think about it. We started in October. So we started pretty much right here. We were at like all-time highs in the market at one point. And then the first 10, 11, 12, the first quarter, the first 6 months pretty much, first 4 or 5 months was all-time highs as we started adding to that portfolio. So we made some nice upgrades. We got some nice moves in there. But you could see it doesn't matter if the market's high or low. You can do whatever you want. It's just having a plan. And it's a glorified savings account on crack. Abivai could get a little cheaper. I mean, but I'm gonna pick up some Abivai once it goes below 80. That's what I was waiting on the first time. But Abivai's dividend, you really have until June. So their next dividend is gonna be like, yeah. So I think like June 14th, or no, July, I think. I never thought I'd get so much joy from buying stocks for a long term. I love it, right? I'm telling you, it's a plant. It's just like planting something. You have a garden. Just come, my friends. Please open up your long-term portfolios and just take a look. And just take a look at what you got. Just take a look at you built. This started with nothing. Now you got these little equity. You own a little equity. Your name. You have your name in a board of directors knows your name. It's written down on a piece of paper. Every month, you're entitled to that company's profits, or you own equity. It's beautiful. You own it. It started with nothing. Now it grows. And then it keeps growing. And then it keeps growing. It's beautiful. And now you have a nice, heavy purse. I started my long-term on Robinhood, then I ended up swing trading it. Then you didn't do anything. That's it. All you did was you lied to yourself. And then you didn't have discipline. That's it. You couldn't keep money. You can't let the money sit down for 6 months. That's dangerous. Dangerous. Isn't that crazy? What are you sending to the money? What message are you sending to the money? You know? You're saying, I won't even protect you for 6 months? I can't even give you a place to kick up your feet and relax for 6 months? That's crazy. That's crazy. The money is scared. You're scaring it. That don't sound like a safe home. It needs to be in a safe home. I'll adopt it if you don't want to take it. It's fine. I'll give it a safe home. I'll make sure she's protected. I'll put her up in there. You know, that's fine. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Just be careful. That's the Arab. It's okay. We'll pray. One for long term, one for short term, 100%. And just stick with it. I mean, it sucks to see that if you guys don't do it, I just know what's going to happen. You'll be I've been in the stock market for almost 15 years. It's crazy. So, I know how this story plays out. Just do it. You just don't play yourself. That's all. And best of luck to you, and that's it. TLT is a play that we hit on bonds, and anytime we've hit it, it's been a wild play. At least 10,000%. The first time we hit TLT was $100 into 10,000, and the second time we hit it was 500 into 50,000. Put credit spreads. I'd wait before earnings to do any sort of premium on Zoom, because now Zoom is in pre-earnings mode, but Zoom's already got most of the run-up. Should we have a position till? You don't need it yet. I'm waiting for. That's why I wanted to see if the riots are really going to be an issue. I think it'll be clearly reflected in TLT. TLT will snitch for us. To buy a car at that interest, but now that I got the 40K in there, I ain't buying another new car. Go buy dividends. Go get like 20K. I don't want to say it. It's not a recommendation. Abivai, you get like 20, 30 grand in there. It pays you like $300, $400 a quarter. It's like $100 a month. So now instead of getting a $40,000 car, you own the equity, and now you get paid $100 a month instead of paying everything. Do I think God would ever allow man to find the Ark of the Covenant, or do I think it would result in an Indiana Jones face-melting situation? I have no idea. I don't. God gave me wisdom to answer certain types of questions, but that question, he's left me blank on that one. I have no idea. That is crazy. I'll look into that. I'll put that on the, I'll pray for that. I don't know. The real questions, baby. I do have a philosophy. Would you like it? It's like a mini philosophy. There's a lot. I had a lot of thinking this weekend, and a lot of different things came up, and I guess I'll share it with you. Let me go to the bathroom. So make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press high chat. X out the chat. The thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly Watchlist main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate Course. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. New guys, don't be too shy to say hi or too shy to say hi. Keep it positive and respectful. OGs, don't give them the Kool-Aid. You show them where it's at. You remember the first time you joined a cult. It's a little creepy. Okay? So show them some love, okay? I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be our burr. Wow. Man, oh man. I'm excited. Minneapolis, you have to dominate. Look, I love how words are just so weird sometimes. Isn't that funny? Words, right? It just comes off so weird. You have to dominate. It's like, I don't want nobody dominates. Like, why can't it just be like gain control of the situation and get like a good vantage point, like dominate? So aggressive. Yeah, that news finally hit the wire 4 minutes ago. This statewide, but it's coming from quote unquote traders. That's weird. All right. So, my friends, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are ready. So, this is now the philosophy moment. So, we already got the stream cut off today. I think it's already weeded out some of you guys, but I mean, it's okay. Regardless, this is your moment to back out right now. We're going to talk about some stuff. Definitely going to talk about some religion. And the Bible is going to get read here. So if you're not into that, hopefully you respect me as much as I respect you. I'm telling you it's going to come. So you could back out and you don't have to listen. I would hate for you to listen to something you don't like. I know you like some of the other stuff I do, but if you don't like this, that's cool. We could be on the same page. That's chill. But if you don't not into that, you're not into personal development, you're not into personal development related to your finances in your life, and you just don't like to think, and maybe you just don't like me as a person, and you don't want to be on, you don't want to listen to me on a personal level, but, this just may not be your time. But if you are into any of that stuff, I'm hoping that I could leave you with something that is going to benefit you, and that we would have, I would like to share stuff with you that we can talk about through the years that we will know each other, because if you haven't noticed, a lot of these philosophies and stuff comes up, and this is the stuff that I think about, and this is what happened. So I have a few things to talk about today. So just a lot of stories of what happened this week, and I'm going to give you 3 concepts. Remind me about these, okay? The first one is management. The second one is time, place, and shift. And I think those are the first 2. I think I had one more, but I think those are the 2 things that really stuck out to me this week. And even as I began talking to you this morning and everything that's going, oh yes, something strange. Someone remind me of that one too, okay? So something strange, time and place, and management. Those are our 3 things. And the conclusion, I don't really know what the conclusion is. I'm going to just share with you what happened this weekend, and just some of the, I was looking through stuff, and what I was reading, and what I came across. So the first one was somebody sent me something on Instagram, okay? And someone shared me this thing on Instagram. It was this guy speaking, and he brought up a Bible verse, and it was very, very fascinating, because I've never read it. And I'll tell you what it comes down to. That it's summarized that you are on this world. That what is your purpose? Remember we talked about that the other day? What is your purpose? What if I told you your purpose is simply here to manage things? Would you agree or disagree? That your purpose in life is simply to be a manager. How does that make you feel? Do you agree, disagree? What? What do you think about that? Agree. Tesla. Life is management. Good. I love the responses. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this was, I didn't know what to think, honestly, when I heard, like, that's what I'm saying. Somebody sent this to me. Usually I've seen some of this stuff where it's like, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm listening to it and I'm like, okay, I didn't really understand. And he brings up a Bible verse. That was my Bible on my phone. Sorry, God, I dropped my phone Bible. But this is where, I switched verses too. But then this is what he said. This was the verse that came up. And I was surprised. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, I have to switch it. Oh, no. And that's something I was doing here. I was switching to King James Version. It was trippy. Because I wanted to see, I just wanted to be able to read it. And I was trying to get because, again, my friend was reading King James. And I told them I never read that. And I said we could go back and forth. We could switch and we could see how we could figure this out. So let's see. Where is it? I didn't find the verse. Hold on. Haha, there it is. Okay, it's beautiful. So, this is how it starts off. It says, on the seventh day, God ended his work. He rested. The seventh day was saint. God created the whole world, okay? This is the beginning of the Bible. He goes, creates the whole world, and then he rested. And then where does it happen? Then every plant on the field, God knew about it before it was there. Every herb of the field that grew, the Lord had not caused it to rain upon the earth. This is where it gets the best part. So pretty much what happens, God makes the earth. He's ready, has everything to go. And before a single plant or anything is going, he even says it, the Lord had not caused it to rain, and there was nothing there because there was not a man to till the ground. And I read it. Let me see what the other translation said. But no man was available to till the ground. And the Lord had not yet sent rain to water the earth, and there was no people to cultivate the soil. That's what it was. That's it. There's no man to till the ground. Think about that. That's what this guy was saying. This was his point, and I agreed, or at least it made me think yesterday, because all it is saying is that before the earth was ready to be created, God had everything ready to go. That's Genesis 2. That's Genesis 2, like 5 or 6. So he's saying nothing will get created. No rain, no plants, no animals, until man was there to take care of it. That's what it was. That's the whole point. And that's what this whole thing was led to, because this is what the point this guy said, and it made me think about it. It was that, and I agree with this in business, and we talked about it with the long terms this morning. It's all about management. God wouldn't even create the world until there was people to management. Some of you guys are asking, you want skills and talents. You'll ask God. You'll ask the world. You won't even believe in God. Who cares what you ask, right? But can you management? Are you asking for things, and are you seeking things, or are you seeking the ability to manage it? Remember I said that's kind of a side effect. Are you seeking money, or are you seeking the ability to learn how to manage money? Because based on that story in the Bible, everything was ready to go. The plants were ready, the animals, everything, but there's nobody to manage it. And that's what it comes down to, is that we should be focusing on how to manage, because what happens, most things you have and don't have are a direct result of being able to manage or not. If you can manage something, you have it. If you can't manage it, you lose it. And most crisis, that's what he was saying, most crisis is a result of mismanagement of things. That's it. So most problems that have arisen in your life have came from something that you just managed improperly. That's why it turned into a problem. Now it's like, I have to deal with this. I have I owe TD Ameritrade $60,000. That was a mismanagement. Anything, I still got to pay this old debt, or I got scammed on this, and this is why I won't do it. Something got mismanaged. So the key you should be looking for, the key you should be striving for, isn't the actual thing in question. It's the skill to be able to manage it. Imagine what I told you. That's why I was laughing this morning when I was going over the long term, where I said, how many of you, do you see why I got so excited about that? And how blessed I felt? Because I asked you guys, how many of you have ever had an account that you put money into month after month and never took out? How many of you have made an account and managed to save it for 6 months, 7 months, a year. Do you see why I'm so excited about that? Do you see why I'm saying that's a blessing for you guys, why I think that's awesome, and why I taught this shit in the beginning? Because it has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has nothing to do with anything. An app is great. Fuck the app. I don't care about the app. You know why? You did it. That's what I love about it. It's management. Some of you guys, it doesn't matter if that account is at 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, anything. It has to do with time and management. Did you manage it? That is a milestone. That is a skill. If you learn how to manage, you can have whatever you want. God gave Adam the whole entire world. He just had to be able to manage it. And then the minute God said you could have all this, just don't do this, they mismanaged it. So I think management is important. And I think management for a lot of us. And that's something I think it connects to all the philosophies we've talked about, and I've think in it, but management. And that's where I want to focus on the skills to manage money, the skills to trade. We need to know, how do we manage? And if we do not manage, it's going to lead to a problem. And at the same time, I want people to, again, this is just even, what made me think about this, even not even for people, for myself, because it just reminds me of the times in my life where I missed this point. So I really sat back when I heard that, and I was like, dude, I've never heard this before. What made me interested in it, that this was the second verse in the Bible, like literally the whole thing. This was the first. It was weird because I've never heard it, that it said God did not create man because there was nobody to till the earth. It's not because he was resting. It's because he was waiting, because this. No, it said because no man was there to till it, to take care of it, to manage it. That's what really got me. And that's why I said for myself, it's a reminder, how do I handle what I have? How do I manage what I have? And I remember I would say stuff to you guys like that before. And I love it. And God bless you guys. And God bless who people have heard it and you've seen it. And all the time people come to me, they're like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. But I'm like, that's not managing it the right way. Even the chat, you guys remember I would tell that to you? I remember, I know some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. This was when we had like 2,000-3,000 people, and then we went to like 5,000 or 6,000 on like on a peak, and then it came back down in this. But I remember people like, oh, you're gonna get views, you're gonna lose views, this and that. And all I've said is I don't want any more views. I've said that. If you guys remember, I said I don't want more views. I don't want to change anything, because I said I need to learn how to manage these people so we could manage more. And then what happened after March? Then we had the moderators, and then we had all the people in here. We learned how to manage it, because I said, if I can't manage 1,000, how can I manage 5,000? If I can't manage 5,000, how in the world is Chad going to be able to manage 10,000, 15, 20, whatever we want? That's why, for me, systems are so important. Do you guys understand? That's why when one person complains, I don't give a shit about one person. I love you, but your opinion's not that important. Why? Because I can't be... If I try to manage it, listening to what everybody has good ideas. But if I listen to every complaint and everything on this, what would you be twisting it? That's not management. Same thing for you guys. How many of you are listening to what the person who knows nothing about money is telling you? The person who knows nothing about your life, who knows nothing about the hard work you've put in. But they're going to say, oh, it doesn't look like this. You should do this. Man, you ain't done shit. You were not here every day. You did not see what happened. You did not see me save every $100 and deposit it. You were not there. I was there. I'm in this. You see, management. Oh, you thought it was going to be short and sweet. No. You see, I'm getting deeper. This is management. What is management? We need management to get what we want. If we can't manage it, we can't get what we want. That's the point. Some of us now, we need to change what we want to more realistic to what can we manage. And if you have big desires, great. Up the standard that you're willing to manage. But now what comes into the direct aspect of management? It's actually taking care of it. It's being able to have a plan, a system, and starting and going little by little. But management isn't listening to everybody else, because you want me to give you the best fucking example? Are you ready? Let's go back. This is the second chapter in the Bible. This is Adam and Eve. Right? This is Adam. And Adam He was the one to manage it all. When did Adam mess it up? Do you see what I'm saying? Adam messed up the management. You know that? Adam. I'm saying Adam. All you men out there, everybody likes to blame the woman. Everybody wants to blame the chick who talked to the snake and ate the apple. That's sketchy. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. It's sketchy. It's sketchy. You know, the chick was like, I saw this snake and then he gave me an apple. I'd be like, girl. But it was Adam. He listened. The minute he listened to somebody else on how to manage what God has divinely gave him, it got ruined. He didn't manage it. He knew what he needed to do. He knew what was necessary to manage it. The minute he entertained another idea, he listened to somebody else, it went down the drain. No more Garden of Eden. You're naked, but now you feel ashamed. Ain't that funny? I think that's a good point too. Some of you make mistakes all the time. Or you're doing stuff you won't even bat an eye at it, and because it's not that big of a deal. Some of you can condemn yourself on stuff that you wouldn't condemn yourself, but the minute you run into the apple, now you look like, oh shit, I can't believe I'm doing that. No, don't condemn yourself. and that's part of management. Because the real manager, I don't care what you do. Do you know that? I care about your character as a person, but at the end of the day, what is the standard to managing? All I care is, does the job get done? That's a real good manager. So some of you guys, if you have a boss, and I'm telling you this not so you could tell him you're an idiot or tell him that he's an idiot and so you quit, but just so you know deep down in your heart, you know what I'm saying? Is that when your manager, your boss, if he's always telling you what you did wrong and can never let go of it, or you did something wrong and then you ended up completing it, but they like to focus on what you did wrong, they're not a good manager, and we would call them a fool, because only a fool would focus on the problem. You see what I'm saying? Only a bad manager is going to keep you telling me, I got the solution. I have things managed now, and there was a setback or a minor error along the way, and I'm going to focus on that. You don't know how to manage. So again, some of you don't quit your job. Don't tell your boss he's a fool. But hopefully you understand. I've told you that. I've told you this before. So just keep that for yourself. Just understand that. So managing is important, and what I think on that is this is something we all need to take control of. We gotta focus on it. And it's interesting, and now it reminded me of other stuff. So this was just the first thing I read throughout the week, and then it led, and I don't know, I guess here was my conclusion I came down to, is that my conclusion was that just like, in the management of everything, I was like, we're at a weird point right now. I think we're at a very, very strange time, and I think that I don't know. I kind of think it's a shifting point. That literally, I was driving home yesterday. I did a lot of driving this week. It was nice, and I'm going home. I'm about to do the watch list, and I couldn't shake this thought. It was kind of bittersweet that I was like, something is really like we're at and I just started thinking back in my life. So I'll tell you about that, but let me explain what it came from. I kept reading. I was reading another part of the Bible this week, and it was Luke. Facebook's hitting highs. Facebook, big highs, right? 30 cents. But in reading it, there was a part in the Bible, it was in Luke, and this is like the beginning where Jesus starts healing people. And he starts like healing people like crazy. It's like he starts going by like healing paralyzed people, blind men, doing all this. This is before he tells his boys, he's like, go over to this house, go pick up this donkey. They're going to ask you what you're doing, say it's for me. And then they're like, all right, word. And then it worked out just like he said. It was crazy, but there was one thing that stuck out to me. And I never thought about it in my life when I was reading. It was weird. It was really, really weird. I need to find it. I think I should. I'm going to see if I can try to find it real quick. I'll just tell you. I mean, it's simple. I need to see what it is. But, dude, it was crazy. Because after all of this, the writer of the book, I think it was Paul, this is in the book of Luke, he's writing, and then he says at the end, it said the people saw all of these miracles, and then it ended with, they saw strange things that day. And that was it. It said they saw a lot, but it said they all saw strange things that day. I need to find the exact quote on it. Isn't that weird? What do you think? Like, think about that. I don't think it was vague. I thought it was the weirdest thing ever. Like, why? Because think about who wrote it. If it wasn't them, why did he write that? Was it strange to him? Was it strange to them? Or how did he know what they felt? Or did he say that to exemplify the actual shock and awe that they felt? I'm talking to my friend and they're like, well, think about that. Like, I mean, it would be really strange though. Like, how would you feel if a guy, like, bro, what if a guy just like, honestly, what if you started looking on the news and then it's like guy heals paralyzed man at protest? Imagine there's a guy at the protest and he's just like touching people and they're like standing up, walking on water, doing some just crazy, just craziness. Like, you'd be like, what? It would be strange. And I agree. But then I was looking back, I was just like, it's just so weird that, like, why would they say strange? And like, why was it strange? But then like, what is that saying? I don't know. Do you see what I maybe, and then maybe, I don't know. Was I just thinking at this because we live in a strange time right now? Maybe. But I really was curious. I said, just how would anything be strange to anybody who wrote the Bible? Like, why? Like, I don't know. It just stuck. Because again, this is where I brought up a lot of stuff because I've told you guys this, you know, when they pick specific words, I think it's very, very interesting. That's why I'm like, the words, like, why couldn't they say they were shocked? They were this, but it says they saw strange things that day. Do you see the wording of that? How do you know it was strange to them? I could have said shocked, but I think it even tells you something about the author. But even in general, this whole concept is just like, that was a shifting point. Do you see what I'm saying? At that point in the story, Jesus is starting to do all these miracles, and he's doing some stuff at that one point. What happens? That's a shifting point. It's that point when they were just kind of realizing what's going on or what's happening. It was strange. It was still strange. And then that's where I started to think, where are we now and what is strange? Are we at that shifting point where we're seeing stuff hit a point where now they didn't realize it yet who they were dealing with, but eventually they did. So in that moment, it was strange because he is who he is, but you just didn't know who he was. You see, that's why it's strange. You see coronavirus, it was very, very strange because we still don't know what it is. We still can't see the coronavirus. The riots, the protests, it's very strange. Isn't it strange that we woke up and it started in Minneapolis? They're burning a police station. And then now it's in LA on the freeway. They're burning down buildings 5 miles from me. You see it here. It's strange. But we don't know what it is. You see what I'm saying? We still don't know what it is. So it's like we're at a turning point. The turning point, even when they realized maybe this isn't a magician. Maybe this isn't. Who the hell is this Jesus guy? Or at the very least, their attention has been caught. Maybe your attention's caught. I don't know. Mine is. But then I started to think, and then I was just sitting there yesterday. I was driving, and my Bible app played. I wanted to listen to my Bible app in the car. I forgot to do it. And then I went back in my car, and then it started playing. So I don't know if you ever heard the Bible app. It sounds like this.
The first disciples. One day as Jesus was preaching on the shore of the
I love
Sea of
it.
Galilee,
I love it, but it makes me feel really weird. Because the last time I heard it, I used to listen to this in college. And I remember I was in Tucson. I was in U of A. And I'm looking, and I'm like, this is weird. Because I was looking back, thinking of my life in Tucson. And I was listening at that moment. I was like, dude, I was just a kid. And like, I remember all the things I thought of my life. I remember the people I had in my life, the people I didn't have in my life. I remember the opportunities, what I wanted to do, what I thought I was going to do. And I was listening to that, and I just felt like, again, it felt at that point, even I remember the last time I was sitting there in Tucson, that was like a turning point in my life. That's what I was looking at. And then that's what I was feeling even yesterday. I was like, well, this is weird, because then it just got me I started thinking about that moment in Tucson. And it's like, and I don't know, have you guys ever thought about this? Is that every single thing in life has led up to that moment? I talked about this the other day, but this thought came back to me. Because now I'm looking back at it, and I'm like, dude, like everything I had to go through, high school, middle school, all that to end up in that moment in Tucson, and this was my mindset at the time. And this was going on in the world. I thought this, I believed this, I thought this. It's like I would have never knew what the hell was going to happen from there. But it was a shifting point. And that's what I was thinking yesterday. I felt this. It was honestly, yesterday, I felt like a weird deja vu. It was the trippiest shit ever. I didn't like it. And then I was very nostalgic and like sentimental. And I kept thinking in the past, I was like, oh man, this and this and this and this and all that. But now in the context of all this, I was just like, things are kind of strange. I feel like we're at a shifting point. So what do you think my question was? What do you think when I laid down to pray? That's most of these philosophies. I'm just telling you what happened between me and God the day before. Honestly, what's the conclusion? What did I ask for? What did I ask for that I didn't ask for when I was younger, when I didn't understand what was going on? Think about it. It's the thing I talked to you about. Amen, Travis. It is wisdom, but management. Because I said, how are people in the world managing this? And what would happen if there's a mismanagement? But even for myself, I said at those moments in life, like I remember everything led me up to there, but I didn't have the knowledge I had. Last time I felt that weird way, or I felt there was a shifting point, I knew some, but I didn't know enough. And that's the crazy part, because maybe I'm going to look back at me at this, or maybe I'll listen to this philosophy 5-10 years from now, and I'll be like, you still didn't know shit compared to what I would know then. But what I'm looking about today is, how can I manage this? And then it's what I'm asking for is management coming into a shift. And the shifts happen slow and it's weird, but and all just wisdom and protection. But it's understanding kind of the three elements. It's the elements of managing before and after and during. It's the aspect of knowing when something is strange and just noticing the shifting points, or at least what happens at those shifting points, or better yet, how do you manage those shifting points? Because that's what started to happen. Even in the Bible, even with that Luke verse, as things got strange, how Jesus handled the crowds managed was different. It was very similar, but then some things became different. The whole story changed from there. And that's what I'm saying. Is some of you guys, the management you exhibit in your life today, it will determine the whole story. Realistically, because even then, that's what I was thinking about. It's like when I last heard that, and if I didn't do everything I did from Tucson till now, I wouldn't be here. And that it was a mind blow. I was like, this is weird. Very fucking weird. So how you management is going to determine the future. Or it's going to say where the story's going. In the movie story, whatever, it's going to change in a dramatic fashion. or just not dramatic at once, but when you look back, you'll be like, how did I get here? You see what I'm saying? The question, how did I get here, is very easy to answer, but difficult to answer at the same time. But that's what I've been praying for. That's what I'm praying for coming into this week. And a focus of management. And that's what I'm proud of you guys for doing it with the long terms and in general. And I hope you take this with your options in your life and the opportunities you have. And hopefully you understand too, maybe this could be your shifting point. You see what I'm saying? The story's going to shift. You managed enough, you get to a level. It's like, this is that point where you're going to have money or not. Whatever, if you pull this off, if you shift, you make this long term, maybe you're going to have enough to get a house. You're going to have something in the back burner. You're going to have money. Some of you, this will be your first step. You will achieve wealth. Like real fucking wealth. But there's gonna be a shifting point. Maybe you're like the people where it's strange. Maybe you're like the person who wrote it, where you're like, you saw some strange things happen, but you were enough to realize it in that point where you're like, damn, strange things did start happening. I did not know anything. And now I knew about this. My account started growing, but I took the little I knew, and I still didn't have full answers, but then it shifted from that moment. And I stuck with it, and then it started leading to this. I mean, I don't know. I see that story playing out. Maybe I visualize it too much, and it's going to happen to all of you because I just keep thinking about it. And hopefully you think about it so much. You see how I even thought about that? You see what I'm saying? I could explain your story, your future story. I could explain it to you because I know it's going to happen. Hopefully you can too. Hopefully you could understand how you're sitting, then it's going to go to this, and then the minute you made this change, things became different for the next year or two. You were still doing good, but you saw people doing better because of luck and other things, but you still knew deep down, like, no, like I'm going to have this. And then you already knew what you saw and learned in the year. Do you see what don't get me started. You become what you think about. Fun fact. So, you're powerful. I'm going to visualize other people's future. Yes. It's not because I'm powerful, bro. I'm nothing. I'm dog shit. You guys think I'm this and that. I'm just crazy enough to believe. That's all. I believed in all of you when you guys, before TLT, before we hit it twice, before the long term, before we saw the worst market in the world and I could show you what this would look like in hindsight. I just believed that it would be worth it in the beginning. That's all. I just take God. That's it. That's what my mom asked me before too. She's like, what do you want for them to get? What do you want them to even get out of God? And I said, I want them to know who God is just how I know him. That anybody could get the smoke. God, it doesn't matter. It's not like this is reserved for me. If you take it to God and you believe, you'll get it. That's all. That's what I believe. I'm psycho enough to believe it. I'll stand and look at people who believe the exact opposite of what I believe, and I will tell them that. I know I'm going to look crazy. I'm going to look this. I'm going to be like that. You're going to think whatever the fuck you want anyways. Even the people who believe in God, you can't say fuck. I believe in God. I don't believe in you. That's the difference. I take it straight to him. So I want you to do the same. Believe. But do you see that's the shifting point? Do you see how strange that is? Oh, I love it. I love it. It's strange. I say it's crazy. Maybe it's strange. Maybe you've seen some strange points. Some of you, the coin was strange at first. So the coin isn't that strange anymore. Isn't that funny? But that's little shit. So, all of you, man, I want you to seek the management of it, but recognize where you're at in your life. And recognize the changing point and recognize what you're going to do and that the thing you need isn't anything. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that is the conclusion. The conclusion I'm trying to get at is the main conclusion we always say. But it's going to be you. You know, you have it. You don't need anything. You don't need anything additional. You don't need anything physical at the very least. You don't need money. You need to manage. That's it. Because if you can manage, that is the prerequisite to anything. Literally, management is the prerequisite to the earth. So if nobody was able to manage what is on the earth, there would be no earth. God would probably not have made it, because he said he had everything ready to go, but until he has created something that could manage it all, it was not created. Some of its people made you. I feel you, bro. That's why I just take it to God. God feels the same way about those people. But he still loves them all, and I still love them all too. That's it. But hopefully you see the management. The management is important. Trump can't seem to manage. Well, let me teach you something about management. Be careful. Be careful how you judge how other people manage. Because a manager who is judging the other company is failing to manage his own company. That's the first step. You got to look at your own. Second, be careful how you judge how somebody else manages, because what you criticize them for, it may be your solution. And if you criticize them for how they manage something, and that would provide you a solution down the road, you may not take it because of how you condemned other people. You see, some of you guys, you hate on 9-to-5 jobs so fucking much. Like a 9-to-5 job isn't what's paying motherfuckers, making them rich and having them have income and investment. And you talk so hard on a 9-to-5, but maybe one day you go broke. Maybe one day you don't have what you have. And then you're going to need to get a 9-to-5 job, but you're going to waste more time and suffer, or you're going to condemn yourself so hard because you have to get a job because you look down at other people who took those steps. So that's another tip for management. And hopefully I could teach you things to manage. I don't know everything about management. I know enough to manage what I have now. That's why some of you guys ask me, how did you learn this shit? Literally, how did you gain this knowledge? I was around people who had enough to manage, and I learned how they managed it. And as I got more and more, I progressively managed more and more. So I hope I could give you stuff to learn how to manage. I'm giving, that's why the people who don't like philosophy sometimes, they don't like the management. You guys want to know how to trade when I'm just telling you how to manage. It's boring. Don't treat people like this. Don't do this. Never do this. You got to be careful. Go for protection over growth. That's management. Do you guys see what I'm saying? Have a budget. Go. Find me a company. One company has zero budget. The other company has a budget. They have margins. It's like one company has a manager. One doesn't. One company has a pilot. One doesn't. It's managing. 99% of all philosophy is just how to manage. That's what we do. We talk about everything but the stocks because it's related to how to management. Why do you think I like the Bible? Why do you think I say Proverbs is a book on business? It's literally a book on managing. Some people don't believe in God and they know how to manage amazingly because the principles are still there. And then vice versa. You could get blessed by God even if you don't believe in God because God blesses the principle. He respects that. That's a verse in the Bible. It says there's two people. One of them says, we had a whole philosophy on this. One of them says, I'm going to go work and then ends up not doing it. The other one says, I'm not going to work, but then ends up working. Which one do you think God likes? It's the one who says no, but ends up doing it. You see, some of you guys are like, God, I believe in personal development. I believe in whatever the fuck you want to believe in. You'll put in anything there, but then you don't actually manage. You see what I'm saying? So if you believe in the sun god, manifestation, anything, all of it boils down to managing something. So you could believe, but if you don't manage, it's useless. And then vice versa. Some of you say, I hate philosophy, I hate God, this and that, but you respect the budget, you respect balancing, you manage, and you respect the principle of God of management. The Lord God manages everything below you. You don't have to be a believer, but you respect that principle, you probably know how to manage better. Oh yeah, sorry, I just went deep on you. I'm sorry. I had to call some of you out with that. Don't take it too personal. Someone called me out on something the other day, and I got so mad until I realized it because I was like, fuck you. You're right. And it hurts my feelings to hear it sometimes. But I have to sit back and be like, what's it coming out of? Were they coming out of love? Yeah, I could tell. They weren't trying to just bring me down. It's not like it is. And at the fact of the matter, if I feel that way, that's telling me something. I got to manage it a little better. Maybe I got to even manage how I react. Whew, amen. So, I love the philosophy. I love everything in it. But I hope you realize it doesn't matter even what you believe in. It's going to have to come down to management. And I hope you realize this strange puberty moment you're in, where your finances are changing, your money's changing, your mindset, and hopefully you notice, recognize it, capitalize on it in management, and seek the management, and just understand the more you can manage, the more you will have. Seek the management, seek the wisdom, you'll get it. But if you seek anything else before that, it's useless. That's at least what I got out of it, and I liked it. And yesterday was just a trippy day. I don't know if it was the protest. I don't know what it was. With just everything, even the virus, even just I'm telling you, it was a weird fucking day. It was like deja vu. It was weird, but I know it was strange, and that's what I don't know. Maybe I liked it because at least I know God isn't strange. You know, God is very strange. Honestly, everything. That's even in that same verse when he was like, "Go down here, go do this." God does some of the strangest shit ever. But I felt that. You see what I'm saying? Can you recognize that spirit? Oh, I'm not overwhelmed. No. I'm underwhelmed, if anything. I just feel it. That's why I'm like, this tickles. It's like I feel something on there. I mean, last time I felt it, you guys ran up a bag 3 months later. Let's go, baby. I know only everything works in the favor of those who love the Lord. Something like that. You guys know the verse. I love it. I know God is good, man. But I have to recognize it. I recognize we're in something. I recognize it's strange, but above all, I recognize my management is what it's going to be here. It's like, God, I want to do a lot. God, I want to help. You know what I'm saying? For somebody like me, I want to help. I like to help. But I don't like not to help. I don't like to be wasteful. I don't want to, I don't want to be taken back. I don't want, if I can't help how I want to. So I need to know how to manage that. How can I manage so much more to help with it? How can I manage helping more people? You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. So think about that. And hopefully it helps, but hopefully honestly, for a lot of you, the thing I could leave you with that I hope you get from this is knowing what to seek for, what to look for. Some of you are like, what do I do? Like, what do I do right now? Especially when you look around, like some of you don't know if you should be peaceful or fucking protest. Think about that. You see what I'm saying? You got half of the people on your timeline saying protest, half of the ones bitching about it, half of it looking on the virus. I thought we're still like fucking wearing masks and shit. What are we supposed to do? You don't know what to do. I'll tell you, manage. You focus on managing. That's what I'm coming to right now. It's like, what do I do right now? Do I need to do anything new? No. I need to manage. I need to know how to manage what I got. How can I keep what I have and make it solid enough to add more to it? Nah. I'm going to burn down the village. That's funny. Maybe. But honestly, if you burn down the village, is that managing what you got? You know what I'm saying? Is that managing your voice? Is that managing your opinion? Is that managing this powerful message you have? Is that the best way to manage it? What about your community? Was that a good use of your resources and this and that? And guess what? I'm asking these questions, but if you think I'm delusional enough to think I could give you a real answer, you're fucked up too. Because nobody knows the answer to those questions. For some people, that is a good use of management for them. Some people, it's not. And we're all different. And maybe I think the sooner we recognize that, the less critical we'll be of each other. And maybe we wouldn't have as many problems. You know? So show some love, baby. It's regardless of what anyone does. But you know what your job is? Manage what you have. And you decide, is that what's going to manage what I have? Is this what's going to manage me and get me to where I need to go? Is this using what I have? So that's it. I'm going to leave you with that. I hope you manage. I hope the philo has helped. And I hope you guys are ready to go. And I hope you guys are have your eyes open. And I'm going to tell you now, I said it last time, a shift is coming, but I feel it. I mean, I don't know how I feel about it in this sense, but I just know We're definitely moving and we're evolving. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a big ship, but the ship is moving right now. So you may not feel it, but it's moving. Your life is going somewhere. Don't get it twisted, you know, because I'm surprised, but I hate it. Because every time we're like, oh, it's like, I can't believe it. Time flew by. It's already 6 months. Like, fuck no, dude. This shit's been moving. This is all led up to something, and we knew it. It's just we're like, damn, I can't believe it's that much time went on. So the ship's moving, my friends. And that's what it is. So it feels strange. Oh, man, I could go on this forever. It's just exciting. And, you know, feels a little weird, so I hope you guys are ready, but that is it. That is your philosophy. I love you all. I hope it helps. God bless you. Shout out to Colt. And make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. You're on mobile. Press high chat. Exit the chat. The thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly watch to the main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and Real Estate Course. Follow me on Instagram at the Trading Fraternity. New guys, don't be too shy to say hi or too shy to say hi. Too high to say shy or too shy to say hi or too high to say shy. There it is. Boom. Love you. I'm going to go pee now. No, my bad. I went to the bathroom. Oh no, I've just been in my own little vibe today, man. I'm telling you, that even that philosophy, where it was created from, weird the drink thing. I don't know why I keep doing that. Yeah, you missed the philosophy, but yeah, man, it's good. There's such a powerful, so much wisdom. Well, God bless you, man. I think God is good above all. Cause I felt weird yesterday. It was like weird again, just strange. It like wasn't even negative. It was like negative, but not negative. Again, it's just weird. It's very. I'm surprised that philo even hit for you guys like that. I didn't think it was gonna be like anything crazy, but even then, I was just even reading some of the comments in the chat. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting to say the least. So. I'm excited, man. I mean, it feels. I hope you guys are ready. I mean, it's even for the markets. I hope you get your long term. Shout out all the people who made it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Since there's content management, very few impressed me. You got it. Super savvy. Well, amen, man. I hope it helps. I mean, it does help that I get to learn from you guys too, though. You know what I'm saying? You get to listen. To all the people, every philosophy, every long-term investment question, everything. You get all this information. You get to even see how other people understand stuff. So, I mean, I hope this helps. I think let's go, baby. Anything. So, just aim high. Aim high. That you pick philo from the Bible, baby. Amen. Aim high. Woo! Let's go. Aim small, miss small. Yeah, that was an old one. You just restored my faith during my dog walk. I was going to skip the gospel BS, but some magic shit just happened. That wasn't me. That's between you and God, bro. It's a stock market stream. Isn't that funny? The people come in for stocks, I tell them it's a Bible study. Then the people who come in for the Bible, I tell them it's a stock stream. It's fucking amazing. I love it. God bless you. It wasn't me. That's you, fam. Am I sponsored by Coke? I should be. We got Coca-Cola shares, baby, at $43. Damn, that's not bad. Are we checking out VTech? We will see tomorrow. Oh, look at it. Is that their merger date, or isn't it the 13th? I think it was the 2nd or 13th. That's crazy. It's already June. And faith to the wealthy and the wealthy to faith. Okay. I see you. That's dope. That's a hook right there. We still need that. I just want that drip and I need it now. I just want that drip and I need it now. I just want that drip and I need it now. That's what we need right there, bro. Tell them the relationship between music and math. Uncle answers plus music does not equal Josh. That's all I know. That's all, because that's the only thing everyone asks. Like, is that you or your uncle? Is that your songs? It's like, no, it's my uncle's songs. Wait, who's your uncle? I don't know, my uncle. Like, I don't want to talk about it. Josh never met his uncle. You don't want to talk about it. He just sends me text messages and he says, post my song. Just post it. I don't care. What song am I humming? I Just Want the Drip by Uncle Answers. Dude. My shit just got clogged up. You're 19, you saved up 15K, and you don't know if you should get a car or dividends. I get both, fam. Do you need a car, though? White House Live. Yeah, you can get a car with the dividends. It's true. Until they drip and get bigger than the payment, and then you can start reinvesting. You're driving a pass down truck. Oh, then, I mean, you're 19, bro. Like, honestly, you just got like a few years. Like, you could. It's like cool to flex when you're young, and like, cause you're young, and like nice shit's nicer when you're young. That's what I've noticed. The nicer something is very correlated to your age. You know. So it's like a car at 19, 20, 21, 22 feels so much different than like a car at 30, because like you have friends and shit still, and like you have like, it's just different. So if you don't need the car and like you don't care about it that much, you know what I'm saying? Like, run it up and just get the stocks. You already have one, but like I get it. Like if you need a car to get to work and you didn't own a vehicle, like a used car, you get like a used car. You get a used car or a cheap lease, like a Camry, Corolla, or you get any crazy lease deal. You could get a dope car for like $4,000, $5,000 on a year. You get a smart car. We got a bunch of those. We did those, bro. It was like $3,600, $4,000 for 3 years for a smart car. Now it's still like a lot. It's like 30% of buying a smart car, but still, I thought that was wild. And then we spent more wrapping them. We're getting these car deals. Is this finance finesse, bro? Finance finesse. That's not anything. You just have to know how to finesse with finance. It's just a loan. So if you get any car deal or any car, at the end of the day, it's how much money gets borrowed and then how much monthly payment that equals. That's called amortization. How does the loan amortize? So with a car, if you get a specific type of loan or you get the price and then you get certain rebates, anything like that, what is total borrowed versus the cost? And then guess what? It still has value, but instead of being a real estate or stocks that usually appreciate, it's a toaster and it loses value. So yes, thank you. Hopefully that helps. But yeah, I just keep your car if you don't need. I don't know. It depends. What do you want to do? I really, actually, what are you going to do? Whatever you do, tell me. Because I want to know what does a 19-year-old do at that moment? You know, I'm very curious to see what you end up deciding. Because I think either way is going to be like, I don't think there's a wrong answer, but it just goes down to what do you prioritize more? Like your future and the finances and investing, or is it like, do you need to get to work and like, do you need a car? Like all that. Like I'm interested. So let me know what you end up doing. Finances. I mean, but what happens? Like, what happens, you guys? You guys can I extend this? Is this like, this will be like extended philosophy, but like stock talk? I'm just going to start fucking with you, though. I'm just going to just take it a little deeper here for you. Okay? What happens when you save up so much or you keep saving and like, especially like, dude, you're 19, you're 18, right? And then like, you're that kid. It's like, oh, like I'm going to save you're the kid who fucking took school seriously. So that's why. So then after you go to a good college, and after you find out college doesn't mean shit, you get real disappointed. Or even if you don't get accepted into the college, you're real pissed. It's like you save up money from 18, 19, 20. You've denied yourself all of these, the pleasures of life, the experience, the money, all of this. And then you're like 21, 22, maybe you're 30, and you're just like, well, you're not gonna like blow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna happen? Do you think? Are you going to lose it? Like, not lose the money, but you're just like, how long is that going to last? Or is it like that? Is that who you are? Is that what happens for most people? How long can you reasonably deny yourself a certain level of minimalism or cheapness or prioritizing everything? That's what I'm asking. I did it. I'm 26. I'm partying like crazy. Mm-hmm. My long-term shares is 6. That's it. Nobody has anything for me. I lose you. I think I lose you. I lost you guys on it. That's fine. It's okay, I guess. Stack and tuck all day. 18 now. Budget hard. Oh, there you go. Now it's coming. Depends why you deny yourself. I agree. That's why I think so. I think it matters if you're actually genuinely like that, what you desire, if there's a bigger goal, usually a bigger equal and opposite forces. I still live that way and you're 40. Did you do that from a kid? Like since a young age? 80 blew it is your biggest regrets. Now you save it. White House Live. Is it Kaylee or is it Trump? I'll check. Oh, excuse me. I think it's Kaylee. It's your girl, Kaylee. We could listen to it for a little bit, but please, honestly, just be respectful. We get it. You guys are all going to comment on something ignorant and just immature. Please just don't even respond to people. If they're breaking the rules, the moderators will handle it. Just don't add to the spam or anything. You know what I'm saying? Just don't water the weeds. I mean, usually when you ignore little kids, they stop talking or hopefully their parents beat them. That's what we grew up with in the Middle East. But good luck. We'll listen to this. Please hold. Do you hear it? No? She says she doesn't know why Mustafa's a moderator. And she says he should cut his hair. She says all of you guys on the internet who keep calling her a baddie are very, very weird and uncomfortable, and that social skills will take you a long way in life and business. Okay, someone's asking, they're like, what if we just are joking around about that stuff on the internet?
Where is the president? Why has he
And
not
what
delivered an
if
address
we're
to
really
the
just like,
nation,
it's
as
not
many
that
of
big
his
of a deal to
predecessors
us?
have in a time of domestic
See, she
crisis?
doesn't even care right
So
now.
the president
She
has
said, you're
delivered
just,
multiple
we know it's
statements on this.
serious when you
The
say that, and we
president,
know
as
you're not
recently as
joking, and it's
48
a real
hours
cause
ago,
of
was out
concern
talking
and a
about what
problem.
tragedy the
And
death
that
of George Floyd
you were
was,
weird.
how it has weighed on his heart, and
Okay,
how
that's
he
what she said.
encourages peace
Oh, you can't.
and
I'm just
lawfulness
translating.
in
I'm
our
out here. You should be able to
streets
hear.
and
Do you hear it now?
peaceful protest. So he has said that repeatedly. He's made many statements to this effect. But what I would note is continual
Good. All right.
statements, as
Perfect.
he's made day
Enjoy.
and day and day and day again. They don't stop anarchy. What stops anarchy is action, and that's what the president is working on right now.
To that point about the anarchists, you said this morning that the president is focused right now on rooting out Antifa. George Floyd did not die in Antifa custody. He died in police custody. What's the president doing to reform policing tactics and excessive use of force by police?
Yeah, so it's an important question for sure. And this president, if you look at the actions his DOJ has taken, there's a civil rights investigation into the death of Ahmaud Arbery. There's a civil rights investigation into the death of George Floyd. It is a tragedy what we saw. I mentioned to you that the president was extremely upset when he saw that video. And he continues to, the DOJ continues to pursue those charges. And he's recognized injustices for a long time. Since he was a candidate, he talked about Sandra Bland and what a terrible video that was too. So he recognizes injustices where they are, but at the same time, he also recognizes that we can't allow organized groups like Antifa to commit some of the heinous acts that we've seen. John.
Yes, Billy, in his call with the governors, the president said that he had put General Milley in charge of all this. What does that mean?
Yeah, so
Chief of Staff in charge of policing American streets? What do you mean?
So I'm not going to get ahead of any actions that will be announced, but what I will say to you is this, that he has had 2 briefings today with Secretary Esper and AG Barr, and General Milley was there, and there will be additional federal assets deployed across the nation. There will be a central command center in conjunction with the state and local governments that will include General Milley, Secretary Esper, and AG Barr, but I won't go any further in announcing what actions.
Can you explain what the president meant when he told the governors, I am put General Milley in charge? What does that mean? Because that sounds like a total break here. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff being in charge of a domestic issue.
And ensuring that, as the president has said, and this has been taken out of context, by the way, that our streets are dominated with a police force and with a National Guard presence, so that, let me explain a little bit about how this works. If there's a peaceful protest, police will form a line. And what we've seen are those lines have been overwhelmed by massive protests that have turned into riots, the peaceful protests to be distinguished from the riots we've seen. And when those lines are overwhelmed, law enforcement gets on the defense. So what the president has said is he wants to dominate the streets with National Guard, with a police presence. And what studies have shown, as General Milley noted, he was in that governor's call, and his points all pertain to the National Guard. And he noted that there are several studies that when there's an overwhelming National Guard presence, it actually de-escalates the situation and causes less civil unrest. So General Milley has really been on point in talking about the National Guard, the effectiveness, and ensuring that they're utilized to great effect across the country.
What's been taken out of context? Because I mean, I have the exact quote. It's a very simple one. He just says that he has put General Milley in charge.
No, I wasn't suggesting that quote was out of context. The dominate. I've seen some networks that have talked about dominating protesters, and I've been around the president all day. Anytime he's used the word dominate, it was with regard to dominating the streets and ensuring
Dominate. I told you.
Yes.
Remember, that's a weird ass word. Dominate.
Tough talk the president has been talking about taking action against looters and some of the violent elements.
Dominate like in a different, not like
Why isn't he
dominate
also,
like
supplementing that message by calling on these people to remain calm, to go home, to not destroy property, businesses, so on?
Yeah, he has done that repeatedly. Look, he talked about understanding the pain that people are feeling, and he does understand that pain. He's talked several times about the right to peacefully protest, and I've seen some of these peaceful protests, some of these sit-ins, and it's a real shame when you have anarchy and anarchists come in and you have Antifa come in, and it really dilutes the message of the protesters, and it's a legitimate reason they're protesting. So he hates to see Antifa come in and really dampen that message, which has been in many cases peaceful, but has been overtaken and overwhelmed by an organized effort of people from out of state coming in and causing havoc.
Is he traveling on Friday? Is he going to Maine?
He still plans on going to Maine. I haven't heard any other changes to that effect. Yeah. We just.
Thank you.
I like your mask. That's really
Thank you.
cool.
I have a quick follow-up about police reform. National Security Advisor Robert O'Brien says he does not think there is systemic racism among law enforcement in the U.S. Does President Trump share that view?
Look, I think where the president stands is he does not believe, he fundamentally rejects the idea that these egregious actions of these 4 Minnesota officers are representative of our police force as a whole. Most of our officers in this country are good, hardworking men and women who work every day to police our streets. He's recognized cases of injustice. I noted Sandra Bland back when he was in the primary. I've noted more recently Ahmaud Arbery and then George Floyd. So he recognizes these injustices.
I
He
am
puts a focus on them.
listening
He
to
also
see
recognizes our valiant police
if there is
officers who
policy
take into
related to the
streets
riots,
each and
because we
every
want to
night
see if
over
this
the
will be
last 6 nights
a
and
black
protect
or
our
a gray swan.
communities.
And on Antifa, can you explain what the legal authority the president has is for designating Antifa as a terrorist organization? And can you also talk about why he does not want to label white supremacist groups that are domestically located as terrorist organizations as well?
So let me address the first part about legal authority. Title 18, Section 2331 allows that the term, it defines domestic terrorism as involving acts dangerous to human life that appear intended to influence the policy of a government, and other elements are laid out, and it allows the Department of Justice, when utilizing this statute, to invoke greater investigatory authority and to invoke harsher penalties. I would note that the Justice Department has in the past used domestic terrorism in consultation with acts of white supremacy or what were racially motivated acts. Like in April 2020, a Florida man pled guilty to threatening an African-American Charlottesville City Council candidate. And at that time, the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force was utilized. Same in the case of February 2020, where it was used in connection to 4 racially motivated violent extremists. And I would also note the president's long history of condemning white supremacy and racism. There is no place in society for these egregious, despicable ideologies.
I love how you guys point that out.
Designated any white nationalist groups as
Florida.
terrorist organizations?
It has been used, I explained how in this case that domestic terrorism will be used as a way that the crime is prosecuted. It's a prosecutorial method, and it was utilized in the same exact way with regard to white supremacy. Yes.
Kaylee, on the Minnesota police officers, is he suggesting that they should be charged as well as the officer who's already been charged, the other three? And also on Antifa, can you explain a little bit about how would he know, or how is he talking about how he would identify members of Antifa? Since they're a very loose organization, it would be very difficult to tell who is part of Antifa.
So first, I was just on the call with the president where he expressed his dismay with
They
those
have
three
guns.
officers who watched
To
I'll leave it
create
to the state,
violence.
to pursue those charges if they decide to. It was the state that pursued
How
the
do you
initial
know
charge,
who's
but
in
the president
ISIS and
has
who is
expressed
just
his
the
complete
Middle
dismay
Eastern?
with those actions. With Antifa, I do think it's important to note that they are a big element of this protest. AG Barr has noted that. Ambassador O'Brien has noted that. We have ample evidence that DOJ has received indicating that Antifa is responsible for that unrest. But as to exactly how Antifa is identified, that would be more of a question for DOJ. Yes.
When you talk about additional federal assets, doesn't the president have authority to deploy forces across the country beyond the National Guard?
He does. And look, we're looking at every tool in the federal toolkit available to us. You know, ideally, this would have been resolved at the state level. The states, after all, have the police power embedded in the 10th Amendment, and it is their responsibility to patrol their streets. But you're right to say that there are many federal authorities, including the one you cited, available to us.
Did you bring this up with the governors in the phone call today?
The focus of the call with the governors was really the National Guard, not that specific tool in the toolkit that you mentioned, but the National Guard and how it should be utilized much stronger than it's currently being utilized. Yes, I will go to, let's see, Jeff.
Okay, thanks. Following up on what John was asking earlier, Governor Whitmer, she said she found the president's call today deeply disturbing, and she said the president told the governors they need to put it down or they would be overridden. So what, I mean, is there a specific authority he's using? Because as you know, Posse Comitatus really prevents the use of the army to put down domestic insurrection of any kind.
Yeah, I don't know why Governor Whitmer would be dismayed at the president telling governors to do their job. It is their responsibility to police their streets. They have the police power embedded in the Constitution. They have quite clearly, many of them, failed to do their job. Look at the scenes we have seen. And it's gotten to the point where today the president has said, enough is enough. You know, there are tools I can use, namely deploying National Guard, many others that Steve cited one, the Insurrection Act. It's one of the tools available. Whether the president decides to pursue that, that's his prerogative. Right now, we're looking at a focus on the National Guard. That's where it currently stands. And, you know, there's a distinction between the National Guard and military forces in the street, I would note. The National Guard are the friends and neighbors in these communities who are used, and as I noted, the study from General Milley, used to great effect when they are deployed. So the focus of the call was the National Guard, encouraging the deployment, far more than the 17,000 out there, and utilizing them this evening, certainly.
Would you like to see 100,000 National Guard on the street or 200,000 right now?
I won't put a number on it. I think it's incumbent on governors to look at the situation. You know, a case in Texas might not merit the same thing as, you know, New York City. So he's encouraging the governors to up those levels, but there's not a specific number that he has in mind. David.
Haley, there is a perception that the president is hiding in the bunker on the racial protest issue. He was literally put in a bunker on Friday night by the Secret Service. I mean, would you agree that he is hiding out on this issue, and is that a good posture to be in?
I would not agree with that at all. Look, I was on the phone with the president at least half a dozen times yesterday, and every time I talked to him, he was telling me about a different action he had taken, whether it was talking to a governor about this or a foreign leader about ventilators. This president has been leading. He met with generals yesterday. He's each and every moment taking another action to try to solve and resolve what we've seen in our streets where the governors have failed. He's stepped in. He's acting. He's hard at work. You've heard from him on this issue any number of times, and he's working because that's the job of the president, is to keep this country safe.
Well, we haven't heard him on camera that much. Is he going to give some kind of speech or a specific event about all these disturbances in hundreds of cities?
I really think that that's a misnomer in the media. You know, it was really appalling, some of the coverage I saw, like the New York Times yesterday made no mention of the myriad times that the president has spoken on this issue. Instead, in paragraph 14, they made a cursory mention of his remarks at Space Force, most of which, at least half of which, pertain to George Floyd. There was a Washington Post article with an egregious headline about Trump staying silent. He hasn't been silent on this. I have a whole list of his remarks there, and instead, paragraph 23, they note, oh wait, we're contradicting our own headline. The president did, in fact, make remarks. Contrary to the silent headline, you had Don Lemon on CNN saying at 9:38 p.m. on Saturday night, the president's been silent. Ironically, that comment came 4 hours after the president was quite audibly speaking at this issue. I was there for the remarks, and then you had CNN double down the next day, Sunday afternoon, saying the president was silent. And I don't want to bore you with reading out all of his statements, but it sounds like I should read a few, like the president saying it's a grave tragedy that filled Americans all over the country with horror, anger, and grief, and I stand before you as a friend and ally to every American seeking justice. He said, I understand the pain the people are feeling. I can go on, but I would just be repeating what the president has already said, because make no mistake, this president has not been silent, and at this moment, he is acting to protect this country from the lawlessness we saw just out here in Lafayette Park last night. Yes.
In a particularly egregious act, St. John's Church, Church of the Presidents, was targeted last night. Graffiti all over, set on fire. What is the president's reaction to that, please?
It's hurtful, honestly. I think it's hurtful on a number of levels. Look, the VA was defaced. Literally the word veteran spray painted out of the placard in front of the Department of Veteran Affairs. The Lincoln Memorial defaced. How does that make much sense? The place where the March on Washington began, that momentous occasion in the history of civil rights. That memorial was defaced last night. That doesn't honor the legacy of George Floyd. It doesn't. And certainly not the burning of St. John's Church. Look, St. John's, I think it's important to go through a little bit of this, but Reverend John C. Harper was the St. John's rector many centuries ago, at least centuries and a few decades ago. And here's what he was told. He was told he needed to close St. John's because he couldn't leave it open for the March on Washington because, quote, it might be a bloodbath. But he stood boldly. He stood boldly and he stood on the side of justice. And on the day the March on Washington happened, here's what was sung from that church. One family on earth are we throughout its widest span. Oh, help us everywhere to see the brotherhood of man. And of course, we know that the March on Washington ended with Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. giving that incredible speech, I Have a Dream. And that church, the same church that was burning last night, here is what they said, taking that bold stance to support Martin Luther King. They said this church building is open as it has always been, so all who want to worship here. The ministry of this parish is extended to any who seek it. Our fellowship with one another has no limitations whatsoever. That church supported the bold civil rights moment of the March on Washington, which began at the Lincoln Memorial. That doesn't honor the legacy of George Floyd. It doesn't further the cause. And those are violent, anarchist, Antifa who are taking advantage of the pain of people, the pain of the peaceful protesters. It's inexcusable, and we have to stand as one America against the burning of the church and the defacement of the Lincoln Memorial. Chanel.
Haley, is it possible that D.C. will be placed under martial law in order to protect these national monuments from further destruction? And second, under the Civil Rights Act of '68, will this administration investigate either members of Congress or political organizations who are funding or tied to Antifa moving forward?
Yeah, on Antifa, I think at this point we're pursuing the domestic terrorism angle. That's what the DOJ has decided. And what was your first question was about martial law?
Law to protect national monuments in D.C.
Yes, so I have not heard that discussed. Any other questions? Yes.
Thank you. Can you confirm a phone call earlier today between Presidents Trump and Putin? And if so, considering what the president said to governors later in the day, did he ask President Putin for advice on how to quell unrest in his own country?
I don't have any details on that call. I wasn't a part of it, but I'm not entirely certain what was discussed, but the call did take place. Yes.
Does the president regret using phrases like when the shooting starts, the looting starts, the shooting starts, and phrases like vicious dogs? Is he considering apologizing?
So the president on the looting point, he was taken wildly out of context. Twitter it's interesting to watch. I've seen multiple instances of real incitement of violence on Twitter, but they've never penalized those users. Like, for instance, Iran. We've seen horrific tweets from the Iranian regime about the elimination of the Zionist regime, to quote them, and that was never flagged. Interesting that their gut instinct was to flag the president, and they did so in an accurate way. The president very clearly laid out what he meant by that tweet, that looting leads to shooting. And we have seen the unfortunate killing of one person in Minneapolis. There were 7 people shot in a St. Louis riot a few nights ago, and the president clearly laid out what he meant. But it is interesting to watch the gut instinct of Twitter to go ahead and label what the president said as somehow inciting violence, which it absolutely was not. But look, I want to say this. We cannot let violence and we cannot let looting and a few bad actors divide us as an American people. The American spirit is defined by love and mutual acceptance and kindness. And despite the horrific scenes we've seen play throughout the media, there's some things that we haven't seen. And I think it's important for the American people to see them. And Judd, I'm going to call for that soundbite now of some video that I think it's very important for us all to watch.
If it's the fucking TikTok, I'm gonna freak out. It's gonna be a TikTok video or something. Yep. Oh my fucking God! I told you that. Yes. Yes. This is on TikTok. Yes.
Not a protest.
Oh, okay, man. Hey, man.
Not 1 ounce of damage. Nobody's arrested. Nobody got hurt. This is the way it's supposed to be.
Hey, I love that video though. I saw it. I was hyped. It was a beautiful video. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's crazy though, bro. You saw it first on TikTok. The irony.
Louisville, a human chain protecting an officer separated from his unit.
I can't hear the audio, but it's nice though. This is nice to see.
Across the country, we've seen examples
Why is she
of
so quiet?
police protecting protesters and
There it is.
protesters embracing police. And it's been beautiful to watch, though those images have not been played all that often. And I just want to leave you with a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. that we must learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools. Thank you.
Yeah, there it is. That's it. That's an interesting way to end it. So we were looking to see if they said, again, clearly something on the riots to see if that. I didn't even know she left. That was weird. That was really, really awkward. But no, there's a few things. I mean, the next step of this is if it goes to the states there. What do these states do? If this rioting continues, again, the weird part is this isn't like it was a weekend thing, but like, remember, people aren't working. So if these stuff continues, that's pretty messed up. I didn't know they did that to the Washington Monument and that one church. That's like, I don't know, man. That's cold, bro. That's not like, damn. I did not. That's really crazy, and that's what they're talking about. They're talking about, the biggest distinction in the narrative that you're seeing with these protests. And again, we're watching it here. Somebody even asked for like keywords for the finances. Really, it's going to be policy. It's policies, and it's at this point, it's seeing what actions happen. But they're now making distinctions, and I think that's even something she tried to make a distinction of, is that there are peaceful protests, but then now it's getting to the point where they're seeing other behavior and stuff. There's violence. I mean, that's it. There's people who are protesting, and then there's people who are being violent. And now, what does this mean for this situation? It's getting to the point we want to see if they're going to make any changes. What are the states going to do? And then if there's going to be any government action, that is going to be policy. And now, why is that important? Why do we watch that? How could that affect the stock market? Because let's say they do something. I mean, think about it. if they do a curfew, right? Let's say they put like something and they say, okay, everybody's rioting. We need to protect this. You cannot go out past 8 p.m. What would that affect? I mean, again, this is the point I brought up on the watch list yesterday, but this is and we talked about it earlier today, but this is very, very important for that. What does that do? What is that going to affect? Literally the economic recovery, demand, business. You now have, some restaurants and places aren't opening already for certain hours. Now, if this policy to handle this situation leads to actions like that, then you're going to have an issue. Then that's when we get to start to see, okay, this is going to be a black swan effect. Otherwise, again, you have to think like, do you see how a riot could stop? It's easier to stop riots than to stop a virus. Because again, some people have been asking, they're like, wait, so like, is this going to have a real economic effect? It's possible, but it's not necessarily probable. I mean, it's not as if it's not like protests and riots will spread uncontrollably, throughout everything else. You know what I'm saying? But it has to do with, what's it called? It has to do with, sorry, I saw a stupid ass joke. But it's not going to spread as much. I mean, you are seeing people riot and doing it. It has, but again, it's still not a virus. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, this is people. They feel a type of way. They're going to, do a lot of different stuff, and they're going to do, whatever happens, right? But it's not like it's like a medical, like it's not germs flying through the air, infecting your body, replicating, and we don't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's very different. It's kind of like Ebola if you want to compare it to anything. I think it'll get, it'll spread. It could spread technically, but it'll just get bad. And then it'll kind of just like fall off. But if you're talking a real Ebola outbreak. Oh, what the fuck is happening, dude? 2020 is like literally, I don't even know. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. You're on mobile. Press high chat. X out the chat. The thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly watch this main channel. First link for the Scream Large Boot Campaign Real Estate Course. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. Apparently Ebola, I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom. This is too much for me to handle right now. It's a lot of stuff. Man, oh man. The likes a little low. We had an issue, but it's all good, man. Everything is good. We back. Don't worry. That was interesting. Again, I mean, at this point, I want to see if these protests do have if there is an economic effect through it, but I think it's going to be something we're probably going to see little by little here over the next few. Not little by little. I think it's definitely making a statement. But I don't know if it's going to be like the extent of how bad it could get. You know, somebody even said, how is it different from like the virus. Again, it's just like the nature of it. Like this is like human emotion. I mean, no, you could be mad at people, but like people don't stay like raging angry for a really long time. So it's not like it's like a virus. Like a virus will just keep spreading and spreading and spreading, and it doesn't care. Or the virus doesn't give a shit about, you see what it's health. That's why like you need the vaccine. So what is interesting, and I said this yesterday, what I really said yesterday, and this is the important part, this is like economically, hopefully, if you're looking here for some social input on this, I'm not your fucking guy, but for the economics of this, what is very interesting, again, I'm thinking flow of money. I'm thinking inflation, deflation. And again, if you do want to make an impact, I'm here to support on the economic side. I think we could come up with a plan for that. That's what you guys should be doing. But the fact is, the money and how this is getting affected, this is feeling like 2001, where 2001, when the crash of 2001 came in, there was literally like 10 different things happening. So you literally had you had Enron, you had the Amera, whatever. Anybody remember what was it? I always forget that one. There was all these Ponzi schemes. There was slow growth in Europe. There was the introduction of the euro. There was there was 9/11. So there was all of this stuff back then, and that's what this feels like more or less. Paycom, was it Paycom or WorldCom? No, WorldCom, that's what it is. You said WorldCom. Yeah, WorldCom. So yeah, kind of like dominoes in a way, but at the very least though, to see that collapse in valuations, to see that what happened in 2001, it's like, I'm trying to let you know how strong the financial system really is. It is very like, what's the I don't know, not integrity. I'm looking for a different word. But it has integrity to it. It's not just going to be resilient. There you go. It's not compromised as easy as you would think, right? So, some people think like, oh, like one bad thing happens. No, in 2001, it wasn't just the internet bubble. Like, that's the thing. It's not as if people were like, oh yeah, we're going to pay, hundreds of $1 million for like Yahoo and AOL and like random websites. That was part of it. Back in the day, like in 2000, bro, they were, they had valuations on companies that didn't do shit. Like if you just had a website, they were like, oh my God, this guy is he knows tech. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Mark Cuban is richer than Yahoo, and they are the ones who made him rich. But back then, that was one thing that was happening, but you had that mixed in with terrorism, now mixed in with massive fraud. You had a bunch of things happen in a time frame that affected people both in their wallets, but also their expectations, their spending habits, their money, their behavior. So that's what 2020 is just like. That's what's wild about 2020 now, where I'm like, damn, maybe, because now you get the virus, then you're going to get the growth in China and the trade war, but now you're going to get shit like riots and like what else is going to happen? Because then now that type of stuff, if it just gets people, oh yeah, anthrax, the DC sniper, yeah, bro, 9/11, yeah, 2001 was crazy, bro. The 2000s were fucking wild. Then and Y2K, oh man. Yeah, it is wild. The 2000. So there was a lot going on. So that's why it's like, I mean, 20. It was right at the mark, 2000. Isn't that what they said? That was like 2020. Ooh, I was born in 2001. Damn, that's fucking young. Isn't that crazy? You old as shit. If you think about it, you think you're young, but watch, one time, man, you're going to be so old in like 60, 70 years, you're going to write your birthday down. You're going to be like, yo, my mans was born in 01. 01. Like, yo, you're crazy, bro. I'll be like, I'm 93, son. Like 2093? Nah, 1993. Oh my God, he's old. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So that's just how I think. My bad. You were having this economic ass lesson. He says he's in 01. I'm like, that's crazy. Imagine what all the people who are going to make us rich off Snapchat, right? When they get old, they're going to be like, he was born in 01. He was born in 1. That's crazy. PS5 due to protests? That's crazy, man. See, it's already spread into the gaming wars. And this whole time, maybe. I thought, I don't want to get into that, because it's a touchy topic, Xbox and PS4 and then PC master race. I don't know if I could talk about that right now, given everything happening. I mean, how do you feel about PC being the master race? I don't know how I feel, especially now. I mean, it's just weird. It's really weird. I feel uncomfortable talking about it. But it's crazy. My threads haven't been ripping lately as I expected. What time? It's 11:54 at PC privilege. That's crazy. It's crazy, bro. You ordered a Switch. How much was it? Did you pay retail price for the Switch, or did you pay a premium for the Switch? PC propaganda. Did you loot it? That's a question too. That's crazy. Is that going to be what if that happens? What if in the next year, what if looting becomes a primary acquisition method? So now when you people have something oh, where'd you buy that from? Or how much did you pay for that? But did you loot that? It sounds like it literally sounds like we're playing PUBG. This is insane. 2020 is wild, bro. We got gas masks and we're looting. It's PUBG. Oh my goodness. Scary. Scary. You're expecting a meteor. Wow. That would be the icing on the cake. I mean, maybe... Well, I talked about this. I said it was scary. I mean, I said it in 2019 or beginning of 2020. So the only thing that would really affect it would have been a natural disaster. But I think that's what the virus was. I think the virus was a natural disaster. But I mean, it's crazy, bro. We just live in a crazy time. I mean, but at the same time, back to the main lesson here, the markets are resilient. That's why some of you guys are like, why isn't it crashing all the damn time? There's a lot. Murder hornets. Yep, I forgot about that. Yeah, what happened to that? How come nobody cares about that was a 1 week. We were just scared of everything. That's what happens. You notice that? Right when you get scared of one thing. Right now that we're scared of the virus, we were scared of everything. People going outside with signs. We're like, oh my gosh, they're protesting and looting. Oh my God, that's a giant ass bee. Is it a murder hornet? What's happening now? I think we're running out of beef. Buy Beyond Meat. Oh my gosh. Is Tic Tac, is that the app, Tic Tac? I think they're going to kidnap our kids. The Tic Tac is the Chinese. Oh my gosh. We literally are paranoid about everything. Because I'm not even throwing shade at it, because I'm totally like that too, bro. I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. I feel you. Or everything. I was sketched out by that's it. I even thought about that. I'm like, when in the world did I think 2-3 days of riots would ever become a black swan in the stock market? But it's we're already weak a little bit. But it's just if everything just I think we're paranoid, but we're already weak in a weird way. So, I mean, it's crazy, man. Just watch out, bro. Tic Tac, bro. Tic Tac's crazy. Oh, I just cracked my neck. That girl that saw me do my posture check, yeah, bro. She went home. She was like, what the hell is happening in 2020? She thought it was crazy, bro. She thought I was going crazy. She's like, this world is nuts, man. She's like, I think that guy on my floor, he's in Men in Black. Calls on Sugar. Yeah, straight up. I'm just like, he doesn't talk to anybody. I see him walking around just with his neck cocked back like he's just possessed. Oh, man. Whew. 2020, the year of hell. Nah, man, I feel blessed. I mean, regardless, I think God is good. I think a lot of lessons, a lot of ups and downs. It sounds like progression, honestly. I mean, the progression that you will see from here is going to be amazing. Honestly, too, for all of you, pat yourself on the back. You realize if you can make it in this marketplace, you just bought yourself a ticket to the next 20 years of the market where nothing is going to ever surprise you ever again. Are you serious? You at least get a 20-year ticket for that. If you could make it in this, it will take another 20 to 100 years for something to top this. I hope you know that, because we're still in the middle of it, though, so don't get it twisted. This isn't over, but you are, again, there's nothing that will surprise you. Are you serious? This is crazy. Again, it took us, it took George Soros's old ass to look as old as he does and look like he's already dead on screen just for him to see this shit. And he's old as shit. He's been on CNBC. He broke the pound. He's funding all sorts of everything, trying to mess up, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it took him that long to see this shit. And even he'd be like, oh, this is crazy as shit. Bill Ackman, Warren Buffett's old ass. You know, even Warren's like, I ain't never had this much cash in a while. Give me some cherry coke and a DQ, but this is crazy, bro. He ain't never seen it. He's old as shit. He's the richest. No one's ever seen this. So you're going to, guess what? That's good. In the end of the day, nothing will ever surprise you. You will be on that level unless you get addicted to drugs, unless you turn into the conspiracy route, and you'll be like, 50 years in, you're just going to hate everybody and hate everything. I don't know, but this is a very good life experience. Nothing will ever surprise you in the financial markets at the very least, okay? So I'm just saying, pat yourself on the back. You guys got something to walk away with at the end of the day. And again, how this is, you have learned the first-hand experience is bar none the best you've ever seen. Okay, that's it. This guy's a fake Christian. I spew lectures and positive, and I cuss. That's it. At least that's it. I cuss. God bless. I do cuss. Amen. It's either I'm a fake Christian or everybody at church is fake too. Or maybe we're all fake human beings. But God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. And please do stream my music. I get paid off of the music. Well, it's because I manage Little Uncle Answers. So I get paid as a management fee. But yeah, fuck yeah, run that shit up. And I cuss. And I will say this regardless. Even if you do cuss, you guys know you could still have the presence of Jesus Christ in your life. And you could accept the Lord your God, baby. Amen. 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 I love it. I hope you know that. That's it. Amen. Because that's what they told me that's why I hated church. I grew up like that. And they told me, I thought I would never go to heaven, bro. That's it. Everybody, all these people went to church so much more than me, but then I realized they didn't read the Bible as much. Because if you read it, God is good, baby. In that verse I told you, actually, that's when Luke, Jesus cursed the tree. But amen. God bless you all, baby. I hope you know. But that brings up a good point. I mean, honestly, let me use this opportunity. I think it's really important. It is it is positive. I mean, it's everything I've been telling you guys. Amen. But I think I should just use this moment to tell you, Uncle Answers on SoundCloud. You should check out World War. I don't get paid for the plays on here, but I just think it's appropriate. I think we're on topic.
So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye to the good times, or maybe good lies. But the same enemies made us allies. Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye to the good times, maybe good lies. But the same enemies made us allies. Yeah, and I ask a couple questions, please. Why the people with all of the money freaking out? Why the stadiums got tents and no more bleachers now? Had the teachers not paid enough, gonna teach them now. Oh wait, I'm freaking out. Maybe I should grab a drink, go eating that. See, I'm feeling fine. Come, my grandma told you all the news is lies. Blame it on the orange guy, right? The problem with invisible, any premise to disprove or conclude is still visual. I keep it simple, bro. Anything is seen, as many things are known. You can't explain the tree, you can't explain the snow. If you ain't know the seed and you ain't know the code, what I know is I don't, and if I don't, you don't. And if you sick, I'm sick. Fuck your selfish shit. Yeah, they're poor and rich, but same depth of 6. They gon' bury us the same. Only real question is it by myself or in the mass grave. I'm just saying, I think a lot of things have changed. That's what happens when it's different, but it looks the same. Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, hear my goodbye to the good times, or maybe good lies. But the same enemies made us allies. Y'all, can you wake the fuck up? This ain't a conspiracy, man. This ain't about Trump. Who framed who and made this a cover up. They planted the 201. The Pope was raping the nuns, so they thought they'd make a virus and let it out in Wuhan. Or maybe this is a plot to get oil out of Iran and plant people with the chip, Jerusalem, Palestine. Then maybe Jesus will come, or maybe my freedom's gone. Nah, my bad, I ain't trying to be wrong. It's just hard to say true when they get paid for the views. PPC, CPNs, how they evaluate news. That's what incentives will do. That's that senator do. Well, fuck it, I sounded petty. I should just be getting ready. Did push-ups, this shit ain't heavy. I'm patient, my aim is steady. It's small mistake turn to deadly. Don't lose your life over petty. We tried divided already. Define life in terms of pennies. We done. We done. I hope you know we stronger as one. I hope this ain't the end of the run. Welcome to the war with no guns. Feel like World War II, but I don't know what that would look like. So if I'm gone soon, it's my goodbye.
That was a nice intermission. Thought you guys needed that. God bless you. God bless you. Shout out to Uncle Answers, the man, the myth, the legend. So run him up, baby. Run him up. I'd love to sell you on him. It's good content he has there, you know? Dude, my guy, bro, he said this ain't a conspiracy. He said this ain't about Trump. Who framed who and made this a cover up? Bro, he said ask that senator dude. My goodness. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Isn't that something? Okay. I want to make a play. But on the small account, but I just made the deposit. I don't want to mess it up. That's that senator though. How? Tell me what play you want and you'll do it on your account. That's funny. I like that. I really lolled. That was good, right? That was just clever. I'm surprised I've never heard that. I feel like I have, but maybe I didn't give it attention at the time. But that's funny. A TLT, no, but I like it. I mean, there's a decent play. The lyrics, I gotta take that up with Uncle. He doesn't let me release them all. Yeah, it is already power hour. It's crazy. Hold on, I'm checking this. Well, I have that one play I want to do, and I'm checking. I have there's a what's it called property I need to see. That's that senator dude. Time flies when you're having fun. Amen. So I don't know. I only have $100 the play would cost. It'd be in the 30s, I think, but I just don't know if I could do it because I don't want to spend a third of my monthly. I mean, I guess that's not. I mean, I could do it maybe. We'll be watching the yuan. The yuan's been strengthening, so as of lately, it hasn't been of much. It's shown us the opposite. Oh, I need to find the coin. Remember, I lost it. I didn't lose it. I just took it out of its spot. And I don't know where I put it after. But I think I know where it's at. Uh, 1206, a little mini red there, not too crazy. Anytime I play unusual option, yeah, that's why I don't play it. It's crazy. People, they sell services to find the options. Like, all it is, like, 'cause you never know what the intention is. But be careful. Let me see. Let me go see if I can find. I think I know where the coin is. Coin. It was in my sweatpants. It was in my pocket. I knew I left it in there. So I could flip the coin. You can see the answer it provides. I think we might be able to do a coin cam. No, I don't want to flip it yet. I'll wait. I'm going to wait. I'm feeling patient today. Don't you feel patient? How many feel patient? How many feel impatient? Are you feeling patient or impatient? I'm feeling patient today. I don't know. Are you feeling patient? I don't know. Are you feeling impatient? Impatient? What do you call the opposite of patient? Is it impatient? Yeah. Impatient? Impatient. Feel patient. No pressure. Yeah, no pressure. Feels good, right? And then does pressure and patience correlate? Very lax, anxious, impatient, peaceful. I'm patient. Hey, man, God bless you. I'm chill. I feel good. We chilling. You feel relaxed. You feel sad. Well, God bless you. Put a smile on your face. We love you. Cooling. I feel that's that. Patient would be twitchy. Subdued. You feel dominated? What? Got huge ways of patience. Let's go, baby. You're blaming me. That's fine. I'll take that blame, man. My laptop didn't crack. Remember, I stepped on my laptop. I prayed for it. It worked. It's good, huh? You had a dream you woke up, so that's good. Well, hopefully that's why. So usually I flip the coin if I feel like because I saw the play, I like it, but I could wait. I'm not like in a rush for it. I sound like Jay-Z. I hope I sound like Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. If I sounded like Jay-Z, that's crazy. How come I should be rapping and not my uncle then? I love Jay-Z. I'll be like, Lou, down in the morning, I'm going to chase you out to here. You know, I could kill that. Lord forgive him. He got some dark forces in him, but he also got a righteous cause for sinning. They gonna murder me, so I gotta murder them. You know, that's a good song. I like that one, but I love them all. I love all the Jay-Z ones. staring in the tabernacle. Better yet, the church, pretending not to be hurt. Wouldn't work, but a smirk was all on my face. Like, damn, that man's face looked just like my face. I'm sorry I didn't forgive you and all of this shit I've been through. It wasn't all your fault, homie. You got caught. Oh, dude, Jay-Z. Some of the old Jay-Z, man, you have no idea. You have no idea. God bless you. God bless. Love Jay-Z. I love Jay-Z. I know. I say I love Jay-Z. I know I'm going to have my real conscious person in here, and they're going to be very conservative, and they're like, he worships demons. I mean, like, I pray for him. You know, I pray for little Uzi, and it worked. So I'm just saying, it's okay. I know you guys I like him, bro. Hove is God bless Hove. That's it. It's great. Yeah. I remember I know so many more. I love them all. Can someone verify a person? He posted his number earlier, claims he owes the government money and he's threatening his life. No, I would not engage in that, and I would give him the number for anything like that. We don't joke about that here, and even if it's serious, nobody in here is equipped to handle that, and people get weird with stuff. So contact professionals, my friend, and give them that, and that's all you can do in that case, especially if you don't know who the person really is in any way. But you could always recommend them to people who could help. Well, he did that. I mean, okay, I'm still. Contact the authorities. You know what I'm saying? So if he gave you a number, you should tell the authorities and give them that person's number. So however you found out about that information, if someone ever told you that, you should go tell somebody that is better equipped to handle that. So it's okay. Go snitch on. Go call the police. If you think it's that big of a threat, call the police and say, "Hey, this person's calling me. This person said this," and that's what you do, baby. He posted in chat. Yeah, well, Chad, this isn't. I mean, again, he posted he needs help. Somebody, call people who could help him, but none of you could help him in that sense. Lord, forgive them. You got some dark forces in them. Like I said, Tanner, go call the police. If you have his name and phone number, call the police and tell the police. Don't tell me. I can't do anything about it. Can you make a video on how to trade options? Yeah, you can. I don't use it for options trading. I mean, I did the trade this morning. I even did it on the, what's it called? I did it on the, I did it on the browser. So I don't really trade on there. It's super easy though. But once you know how to use one option chain, it's super easy. So like, once you know what this all means, once you know how to, once you know what the strike is, the date, and you know how to go through it, it's pretty simple. Buy to open, sell to close, your limits on there. So, but you know, it's a little more difficult on Thinkorswim. That's why I use the basic option chain on the website, because there's a lot of like buttons and like confirmations and everything else. That's what sucks about it. So, but I think we have an old video on the channel. I don't even think I made it. I do a majority of the options. I mean, E-Trade or Tasty or Robinhood. Yeah, SPY's coming down a little bit. Excuse me, I don't think we have any news. 2 minutes ago. Said Trump discussed with Putin how to combat coronavirus. And then the handling of the G7 meeting. I think they postponed that. SPY's picking up. It's a little bit big. Nothing too big. I mean, Did we just move up a lot? That looks so that looks so small. That's like a third of a point. It's not that big. Yeah, I'm still holding that. Costco play was an earnings strangle, so I'm still holding that. Nah, that guy's trolling. I banned him. He's messing with you. You would have heard. You would have got that. It just hit the wire. Floyd family commissioned autopsy found he died of asphyxia. That just came out through the Associated Press. Holy shit. I saw Troy posted that earlier. Troy, you've been running it up on the news. I know I didn't see the, what's it called? I didn't give you credit on the leak because I just didn't like the Twitter shit, but you've been on it. I see you, baby. Troy has been making some moves on that. You've been, yeah, I know. I gave you your credit, baby. I give him credit. He's like, I've been saying this. Okay, Troy, don't worry. I see you, baby. I see you. You're running it up. Troy's low key running it up. That's it. Relax. Don't attack me, Troy. I love you. I'm sorry. Just don't hurt me. It's okay. I got you, baby. I got you. That's it. He's in there like swimwear, baby. But no, that's interesting. That came across the wire. That's very interesting. He's on the road to the wrench. I mean, it's kind of like it's like building your 2K player. He's on the road to the wrench. He's definitely on the road to the wrench. You know what I'm saying? That's one way to get the road to the wrench. You know, exceptional news posting and everything. What does asphyxiation mean? Not fixation. Asphyxiation means choking in English. It's a big word used by American people, Mustafa. It's like بتكلم مش أنا مش عارف asphyxiation في عربي. Asphyxia. You know. Lack of oxygen to the brain. مش بجيب O2 تدمرك. So oxygen clap is another way. They clapped his ability to get oxygen. I don't speak a word of Arabic, but I swear I understood everything. Arabic's like that. If you know. I said it means asphyxiation. It's when oxygen doesn't go into your head. Damerak. Bagiba O2 damerak. I'm really bad at speaking Arabic too. You guys are just white, or you guys are just not Arabic, so you just think I sound really like cultured and foreign. But like all the Arabic people who hear me, they're like, this kid sounds so. They don't even know. Like you guys are like, what is Josh? You like they're asking the same thing. They're like, what the hell is Josh? They're like, this kid is. And the misarif. I can't do that. You know the Arabs at the weddings. You guys, I know my real Arabs know how to do it. My mom could do it, bro. She blasts off. It's crazy. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how. You know what I'm talking about? Like, oh, of course you could do it, Mustafa. Of course. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. They call it zagrata. Sounds like a restaurant. Fast casual. You know? It's like a new twist. They got like margaritas and shit too. Zagrata. That sounds definitely fast casual. Kratata. Kratata. The froggy eyes setting up. Oh, right here. Yeah. That was nice. We actually got frogs on Friday. There was the Abivi frog, Nvidia frog. So being on the frog lookout on Friday paid off. What if the police went on strike? That'd be interesting. I don't know if they're gonna hopefully they just don't be violent. That'd be crazy. But that would be an economic effect. Police go on strike and it's like nationwide. You're talking at least 10% on the SPY. So that's a federal crime. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they might commit to a higher power. You know what I'm saying? I think they might be, some people like they just take it like serious. They love their country and job. Like I love my country and job. I love America. Some people, there's good people in the country, man. That's one thing I could always stand by. Like America has some fucked up shit, and we see some of there's some crazy stuff, but the people who are protesting for the right reason, and then the people who are just like good people, like there's some good people in America. Like you can't deny that. Like America has some of the best people. Like, so at the end of the day, there is some people who are just like, they're good-hearted people, and there's people who will stand up for the wrong. Like, if something's wrong, they will stand up, and they will not let that happen. Again, that's how we are. We got here for a reason, and there was a lot of fucked up bad shit along the way. But the primary driver was there was people who stood up for the right thing, and there's some really, really good people. So there's some people I believe in. I believe in the goodness of America and the people we have, because I know I said it the other day. You could have 1,000 people do a lot of bad things, 100,000 people do a lot of bad things, but like one person, 10 people who are really, really committed to like the good and really commit to that, they could do a lot. And they could outweigh a lot of stuff. It's just the same way how one person can pay as much taxes as millions of people combined. It's that's the effect if you create. And I think a lot of good people could create a lot of good things, but one good person can create a lot of good in the world. So I got calls on that. I got calls on like surprising good in America, or surprisingly good people who do stuff like that. That's the surprisers on the option chain, and you always find those in our beautiful country here, I think, and across the world. There's just some good people, bro. So I don't know. I don't think that's a good question. I never really thought about if it got to that extent, but that's my answer, is that there's good people, and I believe in that regardless. That's why I think things, even then, things could get bad. Things could definitely get worse, even down to the virus. But Warren Buffett says don't bet against America, and I think I say don't bet against America, but if you don't want to be so like, it's not like I'm saying this out of like imperialism, patriotic, blind. It's just like good people. I wouldn't bet against good people. That's it. Like, I just think you have some good people and good people are often productive. And, there's some good people who don't have certain things, but good, good is productive. It was good and it was beneficial. That's what happened. So I bank on good. I'll take that any day. Giving value. It's amazing. God bless you. That's it. Good question though. Never thought about that. You still thinking about that play? Nah. I rebuke the demon. I still like it, but it's just not like, again, I just made the deposit, and we're coming off of like 2 weeks of just like, you know what I'm saying? We're already up here. It's like we did nothing, now we're up. It's just like I want like a spreader event, especially on the small account. So just like the long term, I want to get long term shares, but I want a better price. I want more movement in stocks, and then at the same time, I want a reason for the small account. So I was thinking about that one play, but yeah. And then I'm thinking of selling puts on Snapchat. I just need it to come down. NOC's getting clapped. That's weird. Leave Snap alone. No, I said sell puts. Like I want to short. I don't want to like short it. I want to commit my money to buy it. I'm that committed. Someone check that. Northrop to be sued for violation of classified info. From Michael Stockpicks. Let's see Michael Stockpicks. Let's put Michael Stockpicks to the test. This is your moment. I don't see anything on NOC so far. I haven't checked yet. Any video? Yeah, if you search the frog. Search the trading fraternity frog. So I don't see that news anywhere. But if that comes out, we'll see. That'd be interesting. So I'm not going to comment on VTech, almost up 20% today. Okay, VTech is up 20% today. Thank you. Comment has been made. Next question. Nordstrom temporarily because of protesters. Are they like closing, or are they going to run the... Are they just going to hide the inventory? Is that why they're saying that? Because I saw, what's it called in Atlanta? They robbed Icebox. Dude, it was the craziest video. I saw a video of these, I don't know, dude, I don't know if I call them protesters or looters, bro. They were opening up a case of just iced out rollies, bro. I was like, dude, they were having a blast, bro. Bro, I'm telling you, that's the... Dude, they were, bro, just like 10 to 50 a pop, bro. Oh, man, they were bust down. They were, oh... It was so heart-wrenching because I'm like, they got Icebox. I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Oh, but I'm like, they came up. And I'm like, oh, I feel so awkward about this. I don't know how I feel about that. I know I feel bad. I feel bad in so many ways. It's just, I don't like seeing people lose. But, I hope they do something. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about this. So, this is so fucking conflicting. I thought you meant Icebox from The Little Giant. Oh, that was a good movie. Icebox, bro. I'm going to go watch that movie. Remember Little Giants? Oh, that was a classic, dude. Dog, that was a classic. Icebox. Oh, I need to go see that. Yesterday, Flight Club. Oh, that sucks, bro. You had a crush on Icebox? Okay. If I was a looter, what would I loot? I'm not answering that question. Because bad question. If I was a looter, I'd stay at home. I would go loot the pantry. If I was a looter, I would honestly, you want to know what I would do? If I was a real looter, if that was just in me, if that was in my vibe, I would go loot up the weed store, but I wouldn't steal it because I just like, why would I rob the weed man like that? I would loot a bunch of weed, take it back to my house. I would loot that shit, and then I'd loot the pantry, and then I'd stay at home, and then I'd watch the TV, and I'd be like, this is crazy. And then I'll watch other stuff and be like, this is crazy. And that's all I would do. And I'd sit at home, and I would get high as fuck, and I would not leave my house. And that's what a lot of people should do. Okay? That's what I would do. If that was what it came down to, that you gave me those decisions, that's how I'm gonna that pantry's gonna get messed up, bro. And I just make sure I have baby wipes too, because I know what's gonna happen in the morning. It will be vicious. There will be the aftermath of said looting. It will be messy, and it will smell, and it will look like people have died. But we will get to the bottom of this. Amen. I can't believe that question was asked. Yeah, NOCs, dude. The NOCs. We have no. Can someone confirm that news? The confidential information. I have not seen it anywhere. Let me see. I see a report from 2013. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to check on that. That one guy, I think the one guy posted it, and I had a feeling he's just trying to promote his service, but if his service found this before everybody, I'm down. But like, I'm not seeing it anywhere. But the stock is selling off. It's slightly outpacing. It could be nothing though. We'll see. We'll keep that up there. Zoom founder tells Mark Zuckerberg you have no chance. Another Michael stock picks. I don't know. That's just now it's starting to sound more crazy. That just sounds stupid. That's like, why is Zoom like, Mark would be like, bro, I already made it. What are you saying? What do you mean I have no chance? Like, I'm not in 2012 anymore. Like, no, like, I do have a chance. Like, I rebuke you, devil. Flee from me. I'd be like, what are you saying? I mean, like, flee from me, devil, with your lies. The father of lies. I'm like, that's not even true. Like, I have a real chance. Like, like, no. Crazy, bro. 30 minutes. Today flew by. Monday, baby. Monday. Aren't Mondays exciting? I miss Mondays. I hate the weekends. This is sad. Now we have quarantine, protests. Isn't the weekends changed? Compare weekends, 12-month, year-over-year weekend change. Like, weekends used to be dope. You used to be able to go outside. You used to be able to do shit. You got to stay home from work. Now we stay home from work all the time. We can't go outside. This is crazy. Now there's protests. It's like the weekends come around, all the exits get shut off. That's it. And I'm like, man, something might get lit on fire at night. Like, this is stupid. This is crazy. 2020. Man. We got a curfew? I don't know. I haven't heard any curfew news. Like in San Diego, at least. It didn't snow in New Jersey this year. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't flip the coin, nah. Basically, the whole country's the hood right now. Not at all. Not at all. She's just a little different. Just a little different right now. Snap going to hit 20. I just hope it doesn't go to 21 because I have the covered calls there. And we're like, damn. You're an SD. I closed that. Oh, I went to bed at 8 p.m. yesterday. I think I fell asleep at 7:30. I don't know what happened. It was so wild. I passed the hell. It felt good. You guys should try it. If any of you want to do that, maybe we should do that to spread peace. That's what we need to do. Can we do that? Okay, Michael, dude, you're 0 for 3 on every single news you've posted. So I have to ban you now. The first time you got my attention. The second time you took, you know what I'm saying? Now you're just going crazy. No, but we should do that. Maybe that could be a trend. Maybe we start that. Like, dude, he went 0 for 3 quick. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why you guys can't trade that fast. That's what's happening. Some of you are just like that. You guys, you start the account, put in your $2,000, you make one trade, strike one. You're like, all right, let me try again. You throw another one, strike two. You're like, it's okay. So it's like, bro, not even 3 minutes have gone by. I haven't even finished the first story. Strike 3. So you're out, bro. You're out. It's okay. So, it's just that's it. You guys just slow down. That's why, you could lose the money, but just don't lose it that fast. Don't go 0 for 3 that fast. Like, at least give it 3 weeks. That's why that's why I didn't flip the coin. I just made the deposit today on the small account. Like, fuck you. I'm not making a trade today. I just put that shit in there. Y'all clearly have not been broke before. Okay. I learned my lesson the first time. Shit. I'm cautious. It's like you get slapped with the belt. A belt never going to sound the same ever again. I'm a little hesitant now. I'm like, okay, I'm a little scarred right there. So let's slow down, bro. But geez, bro, 0 for 3 too quick. Nothing wrong with going 0 for 3, but 0-3 in 5 minutes? Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you are in a basketball game and they sub you in and you go for 0 for 3 on 4 back-to-back possessions, 3 back-to-back possessions, get them out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? The whole game, throughout the quarter. But, like, sorry, that was the stretch. But that was just fun. That was intense. It had a real good lesson. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah, my challenge. I think we should do that. I think that's a positive challenge. Let me think about how we could do it, okay? Let me see how we could do it. I think if everybody just had a challenge to just go to bed at like 7:30, 8 p.m. I don't know. I had to, mine was because I worked out. So when I work out, when I get exercise, my old ass, I get sleepy as hell. That's it. That's what happened. So I passed the hell out. I was the weekend. My body was sore. I was like, I was dying, bro. I needed to regenerate. So I don't know. We should try that. I think that because you're gonna wake up, you're gonna go to bed. You're gonna go to bed before you could riot. You're gonna wake up so refreshed. You're gonna be like, I might go for a jog today. You know what I'm saying? You're like, maybe I might go. Let me do something with my finances. Oh, look at my lung tree, my long-term tree, my lung term. The long term is like your lungs. We should call it the lung term because you breathe. Just the life breath to your investment portfolio. It's beautiful. Did I do my burpees? Not today. I don't want to talk about it. They're scary. I do need a shower, though. That is something. You fail that challenge, well, you need to sleep. You need to sleep. Go get some bed. Take the pressure. It was nice. I loved it. Leader says Democrats will push for bold action after Floyd's death. It's it. I'm telling you guys. Honestly, you guys, listen. Supporters, don't let them give you any action that doesn't involve. No, actually, I'm not even going to say anything. It's fucked up. Because even if I say anything, you guys have to realize, like, I'm biased. Because even if I tell you the way I think it should be done, if I say, like, finances, money, the stock market, like, I'll profit off that shit. So it's like, how do I even say anything? So I don't know, man. Just, what is real action? I don't know. My long term is the only thing saving my account. God bless you. Your money loves you. You have a little money family, and they're like, oh my God, thank you for keeping us safe. They said, thank you so much, Joseph. You said, Joseph, we've been safe in this this land you call TD Ameritrade. Oh my gosh, they're like, we've had so many children, not too many since you've left, but we're growing. Our family was safe from invaders. The YOLO demon doesn't come and take our children on Monday mornings. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Joseph. Thank you for showing us the land of TD Longtermia. It is amazing. We can grow, and our kids we're not getting dominated anymore. It's beautiful. Thank you so much, Joseph. It's beautiful. Explain the difference between, don't yell at me and I will explain it. In the meantime, I will refer you to the links in the description that say how to do spreads, and it explains all that. This world isn't real. Well, you cannot really define that unless you define world, this, and real. So maybe we should start with real first. What is real? And this, my friends, is called the process of legislation. So this is what's happening with the social media thing, because they're saying, well, define censorship, define this. So now we need to start with real. What does real mean? Are we talking tangible? Can something be real and intangible? If so, please outline said terms of real and intangible. What is realness in the sense? Does it have to be biological? Is it breathing, moving, talking, thinking, feeling? Is it sentient? Those are some other questions to define real. Or can it be manufactured? If one gets manufactured, is it no longer real? Those are just the question. But now let's also define world. Is world a demographic, a geography? Does it have borders? Is it freely accessible? Is it in the realm of space? What sort of geography are we talking about? Can world have no geography? That's where you have to have it. And then this. What is this? Are you referring to this world or this? Is it possession? Is it possessive? Does that mean that the world has to be owned? So that's where we start. Okay? That's called legislation. It hurts your head, but that's what they're going to do to social media. And that's what they're going to do to censorship. I'm just saying. But that's what happened, because that's what it is. Is this world real? We have to define it. Everything has to be defined. That's what happens. But that's legislation. We have to know. We have to know. You know? We have to know what it is. That's all it is. Where did I find the real limitless pill? I could totally give you another answer, but then I would totally kill the joke. You know what I'm saying? Because I would just do what I just did there, and I could explain it really intensely. Just read a fucking book, okay? Just read a lot of books and pay attention and take care of your finances. Amen. God bless you. Is Chad real? None of you have defined real. This question is irrelevant now. We've moved on. That's it. Because now what is moving on? What is time? And at the end of the day, time is the most precious asset. I cannot stay in that world or realm of answering what world or realm is real. Am I interested in crypto? I am. I love crypto, but I don't love trading it. It's more of a buy it once and hold it for the rest of my life type gig. What are you watching here? Political shit or how we can make money? Honestly, it really depends on who you ask. Because, like, how many people are here? 5,000? Honestly, some of you guys might have the same answer, but they're all going to give you some crazy shit. They're going to be like, some of you, they're going to say, I like Elmo, and you have no idea what they're talking about. Some will be like, I don't even like Josh. I just like when he talks about this. They're like, I just like his voice. Some people are here for money. Some people are here for education. Some people are here for socialization. Some people are here for indoctrination. Some people are here for cultification, chatification, just indemnification. You release yourself from liability. You know, when you buy the clothes, that's what you do. You know, love and positivity above all, baby. Oh my gosh, God bless you, love and positivity. Yeah, some people just came for that horn. You know that? That's wild. But yeah, God bless you. Shit. I've been depositing bi-weekly towards my long-term port. Should I buy 1 to 3 shares, or should I just deposit one? Or it is all up to you. You deposit what you want. I usually take the money, and then based on the amount of money I have, I decide from there what I could buy. So I usually let the balance determine. So then if I wanted to buy a share and I don't have enough money, I either have to wait or I go buy something else. NOC is Northrop Grumman. Northrop. NOC. It's a defense stock. I don't know how to say it. Northrop Grumman. There it is. Grumman. I'm just here for the last. Grumman. Right? Northrop Grumman. And then who makes the boats? Is it Holly? Or Hole? I forgot who. Or I don't know if NOC does boats. Who's the boat? Who's the guy who makes the Army boats? Publicly traded. Anyone know what I'm talking about? Defense stock. They make boats. The boat, not Halliburton. That's oil. Huntington, Ingalls. Is it HII? I think it is. I think it is Huntington. Yeah. I think it's Huntington. No, is there another one? I think it is HII. I think it is HII. They make the boats. I like boats. But yeah, we'll see if the NOC, I mean, it's picking up. It looks like something with NOC, but I'm not too sure. Tesla's breaking 900. Do we still have that old Tesla? Yep, we do. That Tesla call's coming back to life. Those June 19th. We're down $1,000 on the put, but only the call could save us now. Only the call could save us now in 2 weeks, 18 days. Ah! I don't want a bag. I want a boat. I don't want it fast. I want it slow. Know exactly how the money grows. Cup is overflown, not withdrawn. Don't condone the bitch and moan. There's a bigger goal. Got to get more homes for my bros and my moms and my motherfucking coat. Hope you watch the plan unfold. I'm unseen but unforgettable. You got dreams, don't tell me, go and get it, bro. They got some nice things, that don't mean they always credible. Don't do the night scene, that ain't me, I had to let it go. So, Tell me what you holding on. I hold batons. I pass it on. You sprinting this a marathon. I'm Farrakhan. Only if we talking million men that march. I stock computer screens. I made $1 million looking at some charts. Easy said, but it's hardly done. Don't need your bread, but I tell you when the stocks gonna run, I'm popping, son. But I don't do this to be popular. I just prefer the hottest card. The crib is on the top. Is oh, we got some lending tips. We do. We got some lending tips. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Run that video up. Since we had a new video, just run that video up that I'm posting. If you click on that video, I really have nothing to offer you. I could maybe tell you something will happen that will incentivize it, but just click it and drop some love on it. It's free real estate. Make sure you subscribe. Actually watch the video. You know, lending tips, good guy, good information. It's good for your soul. I wish I had more to offer you except for the knowledge and information. I can offer you some hype. I can let you know that Yee, you know, he made a wholesale deal. You know, I mean, if that helps, he got some info from Colt Real Estate. If that helps. So run it up. God bless you. God bless you. Daily dose of hopium. Be like Yee is what they say. That's what I heard. That's what they say. They say, be like Yee. How is the day almost over? Dude, you got 13 minutes left with me. Isn't that sad? Is that weird? You got 13 minutes left. Just the two of us. You can make it, we try. Just the two of us. Chatting, the two of us. Buying options when they're high. Just the two of us. Chatting, Why don't I own Tesla? Well, the best part about that question is I could ask you, in what sense are you talking about? See what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know. I want to own SpaceX. In what capacity? Do you want to own the company? Do you want to own a rocket ship? Do you just want to own the stock? %. He wants 4% equity. You want a BB like Yee? It's the two of us. Stock for SpaceX? Oh no, there's what's it called? That's what's the one? What's space called? SPCE. What's that one called? Virgin Galactic. Yeah, I bought a stock called literally Virgin Galactic. Yeah, Virgin Galactic. I would never take any galactic shit seriously. I'm like, wasn't that in Dude, Where's My Car? Or Toy Story? Isn't that the name of the vending machine in Toy Story? I think it's called Virgin Galactic. No lie. I think we should. That feels like the Mandela effect. I swear it's called Virgin Galactic. I swear. That's where the little orange guy came from. You know it's true. What was that shit called, bro? It's a conspiracy. You know, you guys are gonna look it up. It's nothing even close to that. Yeah, it's called Piece of Planet. Nah, they called it something Galactica. I don't know. Sounds like something. I don't know, man. I don't trust them. SPY's really dropping here. Your 10-minute mark is picking up. So remember, we used to see this. We'll see how this plays out right here. Facebook was, Snap started ripping too. Galactic Guardian. Is that what it was called? The Galactic Guardian? Something like that, right? So there's your 10-minute move. Hold on. Oh, we got 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, I'm not gonna make you guys listen to this, but just for like old nostalgic sake, I got some teriyaki seaweed, baby. We did it. So yeah. Can you hear it still? This shit slaps. Alright. Wow, that was great. Tell me it ain't impossible. No, I've had 4. In the small pack, 2 of the big ones. But I've had the most shameful. I ate a whole pack of 6 seaweeds in probably 10 minutes. I just didn't eat that much that day. And it really was attractive at the moment. TripAdvisor's ripping. Oh, UNH. NOC awarded by Air Force. Well, that's the exact opposite of what we were expecting. Or what we were told. With the split, USO has already been split. So whatever you're holding USO 1, it's a different asset. That's what you're holding post split. So hopefully you've been able to. If you're on Robinhood, it's posed issues, but I think every other broker, you just suffered the loss and the negative aspect of it. Ugh, excuse me. Maui onion kettle chips. I feel like I had those back in the day. That name just sounds like a lot of memories. How's Beyond? Even then, the market's up. 100 points. Today was a pretty slow day. We were red in the morning, but we're back at those levels from Thursday. 305. Remember, 305 was a big point, and anything above 305 is going to take us. You start to go high off 305, bro. Myrna, I think Myrna is just, dude, remember, we saw Myrna at like $30, and I don't know, this level is high for me. Do they change the number of shares? I think it's just it turns into a different contract. Everything becomes equivalent in a way. Show us the seaweed on Snap. I got you. More stores like TG close. If it's domestic, I mean, a lot of them close. I mean, just money stopping, UUP will go up. 5 minutes left. Uber option chain. Remember, Uber had a little bit of a move today. Just a little bit. What's the final move? I think I'm going to wait. I don't think I have any actions to make on this. I mean, I have one play I want, but let me check the price. But I just don't want to force it. Because we didn't really get anything today. We didn't get any info. I mean, we had a little bit of China. We got some China stuff there. Nothing really, unless we see political action based on the protests. Not even look at the oceans. Yeah, well, I don't think unless we have end of the day volatility, but it looks like pretty chill today. A blue buy with no plays. I know it was nice, bro. It was nice. Yeah, the sleep was good. I was in a very good mood today. You guys could tell. I said you guys should just tell me to go to bed. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, we're approaching our landing here. A really, really quiet day here at the beginning of the week. If you guys are holding on to any bags and want to get rid of them here, please do so now. This is the time. Otherwise, please stow those bins or those bags in the overhead bins above or firmly beneath your seat. As we approach our landing here, please do not get up till we fully taxied into the gate and you've heard the bell. We're going to have your layover there on the second link. That's where the layover will be around 5:15 p.m. Pacific time. And then we're going to be taking off promptly in the morning. But the layover, second link of the nightly watch list, and that is pretty much it. Above all else, we're going to be watching out for any China storms or any of the protest storms in the weather, but it looks like we're going to be having some pretty clear skies for this week until we run into some of the weather updates, but we'll keep you guys posted. As always, we appreciate your guys' business. If you're interested in the Colt Rapid Rewards program card, please flag down your flight attendant, and they'll get you that right away. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. 1 minute! Game time, baby. It's game time to end the game. Oh, man. Yeah, like 30 seconds, I think, depending on how behind my clock is. I have no idea, honestly. Some of you say 15. I don't know what's happening. Ding, 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 ding. It still says I have 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Let's go, baby. We did it. Yes, baby. We did it. We made it. We did it. We made it. Clap it up. Clap it up. GG. GG. Yes. Yes. Yes, baby. Congratulations. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for showing some love. And if you don't know We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you subscribe. You're on mobile. Press high chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link for the nightly Watchlist and main channel. First link for the Scream Alerts Bootcamp and real estate course. Our likes are lacking, but we have to start over, so I understand it. But congratulations. I don't care if you made money or you lost money. It doesn't matter. At least you learned something. And best of all, nobody wins everything. Not everybody gets to win everything. It's okay. So not everyone's a winner. But you get to try again tomorrow, baby. You get to try again tomorrow. So, first link for the Scream Alerts. So we already went through that. Check out the new channel. Here's the real estate channel, free real estate. Follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. If you want a Tastyworks account, you can make another brokerage. So, excuse me, if you would like to make a Tastyworks account, if you use this link, I get paid for it. So you could support the stream. It's awesome, but I suggest TD Ameritrade over Tastyworks any day. Especially if you're starting out, especially if you want a long-term, okay? So it pains me to say that because I don't get paid off of Thinkorswim, but it is what it is, baby. But do your thing. How option prices work and all these other tutorials. Very, very important. Ghetto Spread, how to set up the long-term. Very, very important. And then the prayer request wall, baby. This is what we like to do. I love praying for y'all. I was praying for y'all last night as well, too. A little bit. I mean, honestly, I did fall asleep early, so I didn't get to give the attention to the prayer request call like I normally do. I'm not lying to y'all on that one. I had to be honest, so fill it out. I would love to pray for you. This is what me and my mom like to do on the weekends, on Sunday primarily. So if you want to do it, don't matter what you believe. If you just want somebody, you just want someone in your corner, we're there. We're there for you. Nothing, all anonymous requires nothing, but that's pretty much it, you guys. Hopefully, I see you on the watch list. If you missed anything, we will cover all the plays. I did make the random play. I'm looking at some stuff. We got some information today, but I'm not going to force those plays just yet. But that's pretty much it. So, we have anything? No, that's it, man. Go do something positive. I love you all. Thank you for being here. Let me use this opportunity to say thank you. I've already said a little bit of thank you, but honestly, with everything going on, man, there's a lot of stuff in the world. We see a lot of stuff happening. Today, I had a lot of fun today, so thank you guys. I mean, hopefully you guys were in a good mood. I was in a good mood. I felt great. I mean, it was a lot of weird stuff. Again, I feel like it's a weird point, a lot of changing, but thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for just holding it down, like, honestly, in many, many ways. Just thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. You know, some of you are like, I hated you. Now I like you. Thank you for that opportunity. Some of you don't like me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. But above all, thank you for choosing positivity. Thank you for choosing love. Thank you for just not only for me, but in general. You know, that's what I'm saying. We see a lot of negativity. A lot of negative stuff gets the attention, right? It's like, this is like me during the press conference showing you the TikToks. Because I'm like, why don't we show the positive stuff? So I love you all, man. I think a lot of you chose to be positive on the internet. There's no accountability. You don't have to be. You could get mad. There could be a misunderstanding. You could hold a grudge against me. You could hold a grudge against other people. You could take everything as like a threat and violence and that everyone's trying to fuck with you, and it's not. And it's like, I love it that somebody that you chose not to. A lot of you did, and we don't give enough credit to that. So I love you all who chose that. That's all positive. It feels nice. It's beautiful. There's a lot of stuff going on, and love will always win. I love you guys. So thank you. Thank you even for being here. Thank you for allowing the stream to be what it is through your positive contributions. I'm telling you, you guys hold it down. Shout out our moderators, the people who hold it down like moderators. And again, just being here, man. I mean, again, like this stuff we talked about, man, management, everything. I feel like, I praise God and I ask God to be able for us to manage what we have and to manage it. Remember when I prayed for that? I think I told you guys I prayed for that a long time ago, a few months ago, and it's cool to see it, to come more and more to fruition. It's cool to see what we have, and I'm thankful for it, and I hope you guys are ready. We have everybody around us, you have all these cool people. We have these opportunities to learn more, so let's manage it better, baby, and it's a blessing, bro. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for doing it, man. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I mean, honestly, that's for the long-term portfolios, man. For some of you who started with the October, it's now halfway through 2020, man. Some of you guys, you've done something, man. You've made savings. You've saved. You've learned to manage something. Oh, it's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful, dude. I love it. So thank you. That's awesome. And I hope you guys run with it, man. You guys are making changes. You're making more of an impact than you realize. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that funny? That some of you know how many people say that shit to me? You know, and they're like, Josh, I love you, man. Like, you're having so much of an impact. Josh, I don't even think you understand what you're doing. And it's like, you know, I probably don't. And I know ultimately God does and God is good. But like, I say the same thing to some of you guys, man. I don't think you guys know the impact you're having on yourself, your family, the people around you, and the next generation in the future and everything, man. So I don't think you realize it, bro. And I'll say congratulations. And I think what you guys are doing is great. I see some of you all. Keep going, baby. It's halfway through the year. We're not done. We're not even close to being done. Don't ever get, you're never going to, we got to manage a lot. We're never going to be done. But I just hope you know, like, what you envision, we're one step closer, and we're going to be doing it, and it's fun and it's exciting, and we're at a shifting point. I hope you're ready to manage. I hope you've managed what you have, and I hope you're ready to manage more. And that's what I'm going to leave it with. So go do something positive, baby. You see someone trying something, doing something, give them a thumbs up, man. We all want to see everybody succeed. That's a beautiful, real hustler spirit, man. You want to see people do some good stuff. A real good, genuine soul. You want to see people do good, baby. So let's see it. You see someone, give them a thumbs up, man. Show them some love. You see someone getting bullied, no attention to the bully, no attention to the person doing the negativity. Just show some love to the person who's receiving that. You know what I'm saying? Just be there for somebody. And then finally, baby, read Strangest Secret in the World, Richest Man of Babylon, and Proverbs, baby. New Living Translation. To God be the glory. I told you, don't get it twisted. You guys, you get a little crazy. Have some faith in yourself. And I mean, if you believe, just know who your father is, man. Just know what team you play for. Know what family you in. Know what your bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing around, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Get up. Prodigal son, baby. Get your ass out the gutter. You have to decide when you'll realize what your fam is, baby. They don't feel me, though. It's okay. One day. It's coming, baby. The shift is coming. It's right around the corner. You take it up to the mountain. Don't get me started. I'm not going to get started. No. I'm hungry. I'm not going to get started. I'm going to mess up some more seaweed. I'm going to leave y'all with that. I love you all. God bless you. Thank you for being here. I'm going to see you in the morning. I'm going to see you on the watch list, baby. Let's run it, okay? Yes! Let's go, baby. All right, that's it. Oh, you're closer to the kingdom than you think, baby. Hey, man, tell him. I had a fun day today. I hope you were ready. Let's go. Let's get this watch list. Let's see what happens. Let's let it come, baby. That's it. GG. I love you all. God bless you. I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you on the watch list. Don't sleep on it. I better see you on. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep. 5:15. I don't care. Even if I get it early, I'll make sure it comes out at 5:15. So you 2,000 people have no excuse. We'll see you there. We'll see you there. It'll premiere. Okay, I gotta go. Bye. I'll see you later. Yeah. Okay. Good night. Yeah. Oh, hey. I want a pony. Now. Okay. I love you. Bye.